Holy cow, 28 months. Thank you, Troy. How are you, Troy? I'm good, a bit tired. Insane, were you working this weekend? What did you do this weekend? Pingadot, thank you so much for the 155 stream streak. That is amazing. This music in this game is really good, at least on this menu. Just taking a quick break from Dead Zone Rogue. I don't know what that is, but I hope you enjoy your break. I'm assuming that's like a shooty type game. It sounds like shooting. Ready to get this first day of work tomorrow? Let's go tune with the first day of work at the new job that you've been excited about. after you're waiting for your background checks to pass. Final Ghoul, I will send you, actually, you know what, I can do that right now. I'm gonna send you a whisper. Since I'm here at the starting screen, I don't think this game, like, is action-y. But we'll be glad to have you. Glad to have you join us. Okay, I'm gonna send you this message right now. Okay. The invite has been sent on a Twitch Whisper. Insane, how are you enjoying serving at Texas Roadhouse now? Because I feel like the day would go faster serving instead of just being a host, because like you're moving between different tables and like talking to different people. Yeah, I'd say first person shooter roguelike. Okay. Dead Zone Rogue just kind of reads like that, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't think it was a happy-go-lucky cozy game. Yeah, I hope your first day tomorrow goes really well. I'm sure you're very excited. I feel like my first days at the jobs that I remember the most, like my first days were like right after New Year's, because I interviewed in December and they're like, okay, well after the holidays, you can start. And then I'm like, okay, well I'm just gonna take like an extended holiday vacation if possible. I already got my laptop and everything set up. Love that. Love that. Because you're gonna be fully remote now, correct, Toon? How's it going today? Ghoul, it's going really well. We had a great weekend yesterday. We went to hang out with my brother and his wife. And they just had their bathroom just got finished from being remodeled. They've been going through a lot of stuff. And so we went out to dinner and watched some TV and played Clue. And then today, our neighbor, who's been going through... Hi, Bri. Hello, how are you? Our neighbor who has been going through breast cancer treatment and is in like, she's stable and on the mend. Anyway, she wanted to have us over for lunch today, so we went over to her house for lunch and just had like a really nice time visiting. Like, she's been over to Nate's parents' house when we've been there, and she's come over here, but she wanted to have us and Nate's parents over. Nate's my husband. By the way, I always say like Nate, like everybody knows who I'm talking about, but then I'm like, not everybody knows everything. So yeah, and she had purchased this home and basically did a lot of the remodel herself. Like, it was in tatters, like the roof was gone, like this place was falling apart. Anyway, I think she said she bought it in 2013. So over the course of many years, she's remodeled this home and it's beautiful. So she gave us a tour of her house, and I love touring homes. Back in Wichita, there was a fundraiser for the symphony, and they would like have these homes that were showcases, and you would purchase tickets to go like tour the homes, and the money went to support the symphony. There's a difference, and I like it. It keeps me busy, and money is not bad, so hopefully it will stay like that. Insane, fingers crossed for you. Toon says it's just the whole video teams meeting, introducing me, and all that. Oh, they're like, hi, I'm the new person here. Hello. Fully remote. Congratulations, Toon. So you just assume that information is innate. Exactly, I do. Right, it took me a second to like digest that comment and make sense of it, but it made sense when I said it out loud. So but how was y'all's weekends? Yeah, so today for lunch we had salad and salmon and baked potatoes, and she made mimosas, and then she's like, oh, and I got this organic tequila, and I was like, what? And it was just some Patron, and so she was like, here, have some of this. And so I was like, I'm not, like, usually I just have it in a margarita, but I just sipped it with some lime and it was really good, and we just visited. And her, like, all of her family's back in California. That's where she spent a lot of her life, was California. I have coffee and small apple fritter bites. That sounds delicious. I want food, me hungry. Well, Insane, please go get yourself some food. Do you have something at home? Also, insane, do you have like, since you're serving at Texas Roadhouse, do you get like a discount? And are you like, this is my favorite thing to eat at Texas Roadhouse? I think there's a Texas Roadhouse in the town where the Chili's lives, but I can't remember for sure. I've seen so many steaks today, and we are making steaks tonight. It's a steak kind of day, I guess. I just made a lovely salmon fillet and homemade. Oh, right, that was the other thing we had. We had Spanish rice. Duh. So she sent us home some rice, and she also made salsa. She made more of like a pico and then more of a blended salsa. So I have Spanish rice and salsa and some salmon. I think we'll have probably for lunch tomorrow. Like this, like I don't normally eat like a big lunch, and this was like a huge meal. So like I didn't even have dinner because I was like, I'm so full from all this food. And then she also had coconut pecan cookies. I do get a discount. It's 30%, but limited to 5 or 6 people depending on which place. Oh gosh, so you can go to like the family of restaurants that own Texas Roadhouse, I'm guessing. See, when I was at Panera, if you were not working that day, you maybe got a 30% discount. But if you were working that day, you got a 70% discount, which was amazing. I went recently. You went recently with your wife to Texas Roadhouse? Big lunch, and then you are supposed to siesta. Exactly. I think so. Nate's parents left, and I think they went to go nap, and we just stayed and visited for a bit. And then I got home, and we watched the second episode of Alien Earth, the show on FX and Hulu that's in the Alien universe. And then we watched the And Just Like That finale. And I did kind of doze off during both. My first job gave us 100% meals. Dang, okay, that would be amazing. I've heard it's really good. Right, so there's only 2 episodes of the Alien Earth show, and I do like it so far. I'm very interested to see what they do with it, because basically, it almost seems like a haunted house with a bunch of different monsters so far. Because this ship, and I don't think this is a spoiler, because they showed in the previews, but this ship has like specimens, and it crashes into Earth in this big city, and these people go to like search and rescue, and there's also like another team that goes to help. And so it's like you have all these kind of gross, nasty things, you know, that are gonna jump onto your face or like crawl into your orifices. And yeah, that was like in 2000. Things have changed. It's like 100% meals in this economy. Okay, nice. I might have to sign up for Hulu. Like, you should wait. If you do, like, you should wait till all the episodes are out, and then you can sign up for like their free trial or whatever, and then cancel. I mean, do what you want to do, but not all of the episodes are out yet. It's just the first 2. Yeah, it's definitely. I'm also waiting for High Potential to come back. That's a show with Caitlin Olsen, who plays Sweet D on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and this is a American version of a French show, I believe, and she's like a janitor at the police station, but she's a savant, so she's like able to like put things together, and she gets hired on as a consultant for the police. And I think I like her and her, like, the stuff that she does, like her acting. You just reminded me that I need to go cancel your Paramount Plus right now. Cancel it. You don't want to get charged for it. Anyway, so this is Scarlet Hollow. I have never played this. Arcane Hemlock, who we've rated to and has been here before, she played this, but I don't really know anything about it. So, but what? But what? Excuse me, but what? I think I can just kind of point and click my way through it. Your name is Shalele. That's the only legal way to watch new episodes of South Park. Wait, are they not on HBO? Well then, I guess you gotta keep going with it. You live in the city of, Sunnydale, California. Thank you for asking. Oh, look, okay, and like you can choose pronouns, they, them, she, her, he, him. Okay, I thought we played as like an already established character, so I had no idea. It used to be on HBO. Okay. I was gonna say, because I'm pretty sure I still see it on there, but it's probably older episodes. Oh, select 2 traits. Hot. Extremely good looking, a natural flirt. People just like you, probably because you're a good person, book smart. Seasons 1 through 26. That is so many seasons. Have you watched every episode? Do you know? I was like, maybe, well, I was like, then you'd have to pay for HBO as well. I mean, I feel the talk to animals is cool. You can talk to animals, animals can talk to you, a gift and a curse. Strange and unusual, you see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. So basically, there's so many different ways I was reading about, like, you can play this game because of, like, selecting your traits. And if you play it on hard, which I don't quite understand how that works, you can select 3 traits. Must have been some agreement, right? They're like, how can we make as much money as possible? Observant with a knack for picking up small details, empathetic. Street smart, good at lying and hard to lie to, fast talker. You can read people and read the room. No door can hold you. No door can hold you. I would be talks to animals and mystical. You know, I'm like, how do I want to play this first run? I'm thinking I want to be hot and also powerful. So I'm basically a slayer, basically a vampire slayer. I'm hot and nothing can, you know, take me down. I'm thinking that's what I'm just going to go with right now. Because part of me was also thinking like book smart and talk to animals. But this is what I'm going to do. Sounds evil. Being powerful and hot. Nothing can stop you. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. Hamma, hello. This is one of your favorite games. I've heard only really good things about this game, and I've been excited to play it, and finally remembered that I had it, and I was like, it's time. So far, so good. I'm literally just started the dialogue, but thank you. Also, hi, Hide. I hope that you're having a lovely Monday. A dangerous combination, I know. The funeral of Pearl Scarlet. I've never heard the name Pearl Ann. Your cousin's mother and your aunt seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff. You know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Oh yeah, so chaos, my dude. Why are you talking to me? Wait, what? Wait, what? Yeah, you know, teen stuff. Okay, I never, as a teen, pushed anybody into anything. Except for maybe pushing my brother down the stairs. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was going to call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad, and not just playing. Why are you talking to me would be a totally hot, powerful thing to say. I know, I thought about that too, Pinkadot. Then I was like, what if we can like take money from him with our like, get him talking and then he falls asleep and then I steal all of his belongings. But she kept swinging and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, but her phone got soaked, so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like, for real, and geez. You ever get so mad you just want to, like, kill somebody? Y'all, we gotta get out of here. Did he say she tried to break up with him? You can't even begin to imagine what that might feel like. Nobody's ever broken up with you. No one's ever broken up with me. That's right. I honestly can't say anybody's ever tried to break up with me. I think I'm gonna say that, so I'm not. I honestly can't say anybody's ever tried to break up with me. Yeah, I should have known I'd sound a little unhinged to someone like you. But if anyone ever does try to break your heart, you might be surprised by how it changes you. I honestly could have killed that woman. Okay, crazy. We gotta go. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now. No. So I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. No. No, 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 no. I reject all of this. I will not engage John. But I don't know if I'm like into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. I don't know if I'm like into that stuff is a wild thing to say about someone giving birth to a child that you created together. Like, I don't know. I've never had children and I've never like been in the position that I might make a child. So I mean, I'm not into that. Yeah, I'm not into that stuff either, but like powerful build, intimidate. One of these days you're going to run into someone who doesn't tolerate your bullshit. Get your act together. I think we're gonna go with intimidate. Get your act together. Get your act together. One of these days you're going to run into someone who doesn't tolerate your bullshit. Get your act together. I'm hot and I'm powerful. You cross your arms and glare at the young man with menace in your eyes. Yes, this is exactly how I'm feeling internally, and look at his scared expression. Huh? Alright, maybe you have a point. I guess New York will always be there waiting for me. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? I didn't. Londo, thank you so much for the 3-stream streak. Happy Sunday. No need to be nasty. I was just asking. Not like I'm going to follow you off the bus or anything. So if you aren't getting off at my stop, then you must be headed to Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way. Though come to think of it, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks, but my buddies get desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook, see how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. He looks back at his phone, for once focused on something other than you. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip: sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. I guess we could write, what if you're allergic? Protein is protein. Screw you and screw your peanuts. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. I'm gonna go with my powerful build. Protein is protein, because I'm also like, if this is more of like a point and click, could we use the peanuts to distract a monster from us? Or like, I didn't build these muscles by turning down free protein. I hate that. I hate that I said that. You take the wet peanuts from the stranger. It's been several hours since you've had any protein, which is several hours too many in your book. Yum, I tried boiled peanuts for the first time within the past year and I loved them. Right, we were talking about them because like, we were like, can you grow peanuts in North Carolina? And apparently you can, but it's more like, more common on the east side of the state, like closer to the ocean. Yeah, exactly, a monster with a peanut allergy. You tear into them immediately, not even bothering to remove the shells as you chew through fistfuls of soft legume. In a few moments, they're all gone. Oh. I figured someone like you would get some good use out of them. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. Well, I didn't want to eat them right now, but... okay. And just like that, the stranger is gone. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow, end of the line. Almost there. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Hey, Charles. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Why would I charm my cousin? I guess let's charm her. Like, I just rode this bus here. Hello. Your cousin might be annoyed now, but nobody's walked away from meeting you uncharmed. You flash Tabitha the sort of smile that contains every emotion you might need to convey. Relief at meeting your long-lost family for the first time, profound sorrow at the circumstances needed to make that meeting happen, slightly nervous anticipation at the opportunity to build a new relationship. Tabitha, it's so nice to finally meet you. I was sorry to hear about your mom. And there it is. Thanks. For a brief moment, Tabitha is put at ease before she quickly straightens up and the annoyance returns to her face. It might not have been much, but it's progress. Come on, let's go. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. Okay, BMW. Okay, Bridge. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Oh, she's driving stick? Okay. Dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose. You know I love to explore. You know I love to explore. Now, what is all this over here? Okay, so this is just like, I guess, a little bit of a journal about us. Okay, and this is dialogue history. And this must be save. Okay, cool. I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? I feel like that would be something to say if we were a close cousins, like if we had talked before just today meeting, like that might be. I feel like I like to laugh and I always try to like inject some humor somewhere. I feel like I can't believe we've never actually met before this. You have your mom to thank for that, or had, I guess. Oh. Hey Sybil, how's it going? It's good to see you. Happy Sunday. How was your weekend? We just met our cousin. Our aunt died and our cousin just picked us up from the bus depot. Yes, happy Sunday. Look, I don't know what my mom did to piss off the side of this family. Is there bad blood between us? You don't know me, and I don't know what my mom's problem. I think I want to say, yeah, Dead Moms Club. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say Dead Moms Club. We can get shirts. We can get everybody likes like a little group shirt. You know what I mean? Your cousin stares straight ahead, her expression icy. Oh, maybe that was not. So how are you holding up? Fine. Okay, but if that ever changes, I'm here for you. I don't, like, we just met her. Like, I feel like that's such a strange thing to say. I know how you're feeling. I lost my mom too, but I also don't want to be, like, I would probably say nothing, I guess. I'm going to say few, good to hear. That just seems very, like, dismissive. So I'm just going to say nothing. We're just going to sit in silence. You decide it's best not to say anything in response. So the funeral? It's on Sunday, right? Speaking of Sunday. Yep, like I told you. Geez, it's almost a whole week. I got here a little early. Since I'm here, do you need any help planning? I know this stuff isn't easy. Yeah, I feel like this is what I would say. Like, you know, can I get you some groceries? Do you need help cleaning anything? I don't know. Like, that's my style, is to be like, what can I do to be busy? And also, what is up with all these keys? There's a lot of keys on her ignition thing. I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine. Just needed the coffin and somebody to dig a hole. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. Okay, wait a minute. Is this house... And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you, someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. Are we staying in this house? You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Ooh, the way that they like scoot up onto the screen. Are you too hot and I am too hot and powerful to stay in this ramshackle, busted ass, nasty, dirty place. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. Like, can I just get a hotel or a motel? I will sleep outside. I'd rather camp than be in this nasty shithole. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. Oh my god, this is going to be like a Nancy Drew game where she falls through the floor. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Exactly. Nothing chilling at the Holiday Inn. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. Why is she acting like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast? I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Oh man, this place is huge. I can't wait to unwind. It's beautiful and clean. I thought y'all were loaded. Can't you afford to fix this dump? I'm kind of Gastonish. I feel like that's maybe what people think of my character, but not really. They're not really Gastonish. I'm gonna say the place is falling apart. This place is falling apart. It looks like shit. Oh, so you're the expert on how to take care of a mansion all of a sudden? It's not as easy as you'd think, okay? It takes a lot of time and resources. What you see right now is still livable, so mind your own damn business. Diva, you're getting very defensive about your shitty ass mansion. Let's get this tour over with. Follow me. Yeah, he has layers. This Charles has layers. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie, and she's got a gun. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Well, at least there's a cat. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Tip. Some explore options prevent you from taking others. Choose carefully. Good old Janie. Janie's got a gun. Someone cleans this place? You said someone actually cleans this place. Have you ever actually seen that happen, or does this person just say they did it and leave? Awesome. I love PB&J. Janie's my grandma's name. It's a beautiful name. It's a beautiful name. I'm just thinking of this Aerosmith song that I listened to as a kid, and I would ask, I was like, what is this song about? Like, why? And then as I got older, I was like, oh. This is so nice. It's perfect. Awesome. I love PB&J. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? I'm gonna say, is there somewhere in town to buy food? Because, yeah, maybe I want macaroni and cheese, biatch. I might want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online, though, so I wouldn't be going with you. Well, good, because I don't want you to go with me, Tabitha. A general store? How very folksy. I'm your guest. Oh, I didn't actually budget for groceries this week. Sweet, thanks. I'm just gonna say sweet, thanks. Cool, good talk. I dislike her already. Someone cleans this place? Okay, I'm gonna say, what if I want ice cream? Then you can buy yourself some at the general store. If you touch my stash, I will know, and there will be consequences. I'm sorry, what are you gonna do? Kill me? So you can have another dead relative? Have you ever actually seen this happen? Have you ever actually seen that happen, or does this person just say they did it and leave? Oh, I keep a close watch on Janie. She cleans. Maybe it's not up to your sleek city standards, but this is an old house in the country. There's a level of dirt and grime you have to learn to live. That's not true. That's not true, Tabitha. Do you actually expect me to eat here? Y'all could try a little harder, though. You know what? I'm gonna be the bigger person, because I'm powerful and hot, and so I'm just gonna let this go. Even though I really want to say y'all could try a little harder, though. And also, do you actually expect me to eat here? You know what? I'm just gonna say things that I wouldn't normally say in real life. Y'all could try a little harder, though. Y'all could at least try washing your dishes. Y'all? Are you lumping me in with Janie? No, this mess is her responsibility. That's what I pay her for. If you have an issue with the state of the place, take it up with her. This game is so snarky. Listen, you know what? Maybe this is me embracing my snarky life, my inner dialogue. Awesome. I love PB&J. How'd you know it was one of my favorites? It looks like your famous smile doesn't run in the family. Oh my god, she's smiling. I got an achievement that said the damn smile. It kind of looks like she's holding in a fart. Or grimacing. I don't know. Both. I didn't, but good for you. Alright, what's next? Bathroom. Follow me. Great. It's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the... Look at the tuxedo cat. Is that your cat? Is that your cat? What's its name? Frou Frou. Do not try to pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. I'm going to give the cat some space because, you know, I feel like animals, depending on how social they are, they like their own space. You let them come to you. You decide to follow Tabitha's advice. Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights, it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. We gotta get out of here. This place is disgusting. Woob, hello. Hi. We are Cooper rooting for you. Thank you so... Wait, Cooper dating? Wait, you're... Not me remembering your message and reading over your new one. I am Beer One. Hello. Hi, Cloud. Woob, welcome in. How was your dating? Who are you dating? How was the dating? How are you? How was your weekend? What's going on? It's good to see you. We're just, I just got to this really gross bathroom, so if you heard me cursing about the bathroom, that's why. But welcome in, everybody. I'm so used to Cooper rooting for you that I saw Cooper dating. I'm glad you enjoyed the transition. I'm a sucker for the old solitaire, like the old aesthetics, but if this is your first time here, I'm Runner. You can also call me Charles. I play a lot of different things. We just started Scarlet Hollow tonight. It is a point and click narrative, maybe kind of horror. I don't know. This bathroom that we're in is horrible, so it is horror. Yeah, how is your dating? Who are you dating? Do you have a favorite dateable object? Because I've watched a lot of Date Everything, and I think you just like date household objects, right? And I feel like there's 100 like dateable things. But I hope you had a great stream. I was like just reading this. I was like, maybe I need to update some stuff. I don't think there's going to be any dating in this game, but our character is hot and powerful. At the beginning of the game, you're able to choose 2 traits, and we chose, well, I chose hot and powerful, like they're a vampire slayer. Also, thank you so much for the follow. I do have anonymous follows, so if you just want to kick back and relax, please do so. Also, Boob, if you need to go de-stream, get yourself something to eat, take care of yourself, please do that, as always. But thank you so much for bringing your friends by. So yeah, this is the disgusting bathroom where there are mystery stains that paint the floor. And I was like, I don't want to stay in this house. I do not want to stay in this house. Who exactly uses this bathroom? That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, the mystery stains. Like the whole place. Like there's a wine glass that looks like it has wine in it with a toothbrush sticking out of it. You didn't do the mystery stains. Well, it looks like years and years of, and there's splatter on the mirror. I don't even know. Like this is kind of cute. The way that this sink is like this, almost like a sofa table with a sink in it. That's cute. And it looks like there's boxes of hair dye. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Guests. Are you sure the toilet works? Yes, why wouldn't it? The water bills get paid, therefore the toilet works. Now do your business. Okay, this reminds me of the episode of Hoarders where, this reminds me of a lot of episodes of Hoarders, actually. Hi though, Runner and friends, I'm doing great. Yapped for like an hour or so. Yes, of course you did. And played Date Everything for the remainder of the time. Had some lovely dates, had some kind of meh dates. But so it goes, yeah. I met and started dating the office supplies and had a really good first impression with her. But yeah, it went mostly well today. I'm glad to read that. Congratulations to you and office supplies. Wait, does office supplies like have a name? Or do you just call her OS for office supplies? I'm also like, is she a stapler? Is she a stapler and scissors and tape? Or like binder clips, pencil? Like there's so many things that could go into office supplies. But it's so crusty. Now do your business so we can move on. But it's so crusty. It's fine. Don't be so dramatic. Then you go to the bathroom in here. This is the worst bathroom I've ever seen. I'm just going to say it like it is. I'm just going to say it like it is. This is the worst bathroom I've ever fucking seen. You can practically hear Tabitha roll her eyes at you from the other side of the bathroom wall. It'd be a lot nicer if Janie didn't have a policy about bathrooms. She cleans mine but refuses to do more than that, so you can blame her for the state of the place. You could clean it. Can I use your bathroom instead? You could clean it, Tabitha. No, her name is Penelope, and I met her by looking at a stack of papers. You met her by looking... I love that. What a tale as old as time, Woob. Met somebody by looking at a stack of papers. This bathroom is worse than mine, and it's bad. Woob, do you want me to come over? And that is my love language. One of my love languages is helping friends clean. I love to clean. And I will... if you teleport me over, I will help you clean. We're just going to put on some good music. And I got to get all my supplies, and then I go from the top down. Cleaning is hard. Like, is there anything in particular that makes cleaning hard? Or like, I don't know. I know some people. So I will say my least favorite thing to clean has been the blinds and the windows. That's been kind of a pain. But like dusting, like it is not nearly as bad as this, but it is due for cleaning. It's a sign. It's a sign, Woob. Needing my brain to do it, not physically. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I guess I grew up cleaning. Like every Saturday morning was like, if I didn't have something, you know, it was like, okay, it's Saturday, time to clean the bathroom, time to dust and do all this stuff. And so I just kind of like have maintained that. And also having 2 cats, indoor cats, I guess if they are indoor outdoor, it'd probably be worse, but having 2 cats, like, got to be on top of cleaning. I thrive in a clean space. I just feel at ease. You could clean it, Tabitha. Janie isn't the only person capable of cleaning things. Tabitha scoffs from outside of the room. Hurry up and do your business so we can move on with our lives. Okay, I'm gonna lift the toilet seat. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. I mean, I don't know what kind of bathroom business I need to do. If it's a number 2, if it's a poopsie doops. I was like, I'd rather go outside and pee in the woods. I might actually rather go outside and poop in the woods. I don't know. We're going to use the bathroom because you really don't want to be constipated or, you know, unable to pee when you need to go. The toilet is a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing, and this is as good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out. Did we wash our hands? Did we not wash our hands? What if there's no TP? I know, I was just thinking that too. I was like, maybe there's a bidet. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you'd better be grateful. Okay, why? I'm gonna grill this Tabitha. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang her clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. What a fucking dump. I hate it. Tabitha, please. Right, Tabitha, please. Like, she's... So, Woob, basically, I just started this game. Our aunt died, and this is our aunt's daughter. And this is the first time we've met her. We rode all these buses to get to Scarlet Hollow, this town. And this is like the family mansion that's like in disrepair. And we are staying here. And I'm like, I personally would never go visit family that I haven't met before and stay at their place. Like, I am going to be in a hotel. Okay? Just put me up. Like, and I guess this is a small town, so maybe there isn't a hotel. But this is all like way outside of anything I would ever do in my entire life. Do you need help around the house? Because you know what? I love to clean. That's kind of wild, right? There's a lot of boxes and stuff lying around here. I could help you move things around and fix the place up. Look, I appreciate the offer, but Janie comes in once a week. It's fine. You're so welcome for the lore catch-up. I think that's everything. Like, you know, this is also, we got to choose two, I don't know if I told you this, we could choose 2 traits at the beginning of the game. I think that there were 6 traits to choose from, and we chose powerful, like strong, and hot, like sexy. Which is gross because this is our cousin, but hopefully we're gonna find some romance in the town. We're here for a funeral, but you know what? There's also a trait that you can talk to animals. So basically when you play this game, there's so many different ways you can play it depending on what traits you have. It seems a little dusty. Who used to sleep here? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Many, many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. Then you could have asked Frou Frou if she wanted pets. Right, I could have, but I figure like I'll let Frou Frou come to me if she so chooses. It seems a little dusty. You spend a moment searching for the right word. Dusty. Wow, sorry I'm not giving you the 5-star hotel treatment you so desperately seem to need. You can dust it yourself if you care so much. I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. Why didn't we do that in the first place? This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Tip, some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths, some right away and others down the line. Ooh, okay. Hey, so is it cool if I have people over at some point this week? I'm hot, okay? I'm hot. Hey, so is it cool if I have people over at some point this week? What are you talking about? You don't even know anybody who lives here. I'm talking about smooching, Tabitha. What's your smooching policy? I'm here for a week. That's plenty of time for a meet cute. If you're not going to be around, I'm going to go make friends. I'm a social butterfly, Tabitha. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, Kat, it's good to see you. It's been a great weekend, thank you. I hope that you're doing well. Hope your evening is going wonderfully. The Dreamless Castle. Awakening the Dreamless Castle. That sounds interesting. You know what? We're looking for love. I'm here for a week. That's plenty of time for a meet cute. Are you serious? I thought you were here for a funeral. The answer is no. No guests, please. I have more than enough on my plate already. Well. You asked me to come here, but you're acting all pissed off that I actually came. What's going on with you? Yeah, let's get to the bottom of this. Let's just get all of our dirty laundry out onto the table. Look, I'm sorry I've been testy since you got here, but you haven't exactly been easy. I'm under a lot of pressure right now. Well, I'm sorry that you live in a hovel, and I don't want to stay here. Just stay out of my hair, okay? I have work to do. Yeah, what kind of work do you do? There probably was dirty laundry on the table, right? Like, this whole place is a pigsty. Also, is this like a carving of Satan up here? I don't know. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Oh, so we have a coal mine. Okay, so our family runs a coal mine. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. Ew, gross. Hashtag girl boss. Do we say that to Tabitha? Hashtag girl boss. Hashtag girl boss, Tabitha. That's kind of sad. I didn't know we owned a coal mine. I'm just gonna say, I'm going to explore a bit more. Girl boss slay, right? I didn't know we owned a coal mine, ... We don't own the coal mine. I own the coal mine. Your side of the family forfeited any claim to it years ago. Can I come watch? What? No, the mine is dangerous. I can't babysit you and do my job. Running a coal mine has got to be one of the most ethically and physically vile jobs on the planet. Do we just keep dragging Tabitha? Like, are we... I mean, I'm feeling pretty combative against her. She is not... but I also really like hashtag girl boss. Yeah, I think we're gonna... Hashtag girl boss. Damn, I can't believe you're only in your 20s and already running a coal mine. Talk about hashtag girl boss. Don't patronize me. I know you have nothing to your name, Charles. She really came for me. I know you have nothing to your name, Charles. Why, exactly, wild. Like, who do you think you are? Any other inane questions before I leave? What am I supposed to do while you're gone? Are you sure you can't take the day off? I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. Alright, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. It just like flies away. Dang, that was loud. Oh my god, yes, hi Nick. Happy Sunday. Your cousin leaves through the front door. And now it's just you and the sprawling, decrepit estate. Explore a PB&J sounds great right now. I think we should get a PB&J and maybe talk to the cat or pet the cat. The only things you've had to eat in the past 8 hours were those boiled peanuts you got from that strange young man on the bus. Suffice it to say you're still hungry, and a PB&J sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. What about a BJ&P? Is that a bacon jelly and peanut butter? Whoop says, thank you for the lurk, and I appreciate you and hope you've been well. Nick said, I was lurking on you. We love the lurks. You had a PB&J for dinner, and then I had a Yo Crunch. I'm unfamiliar with Yo Crunch. BJ, high acid, yum, bacon. I was curious what the BJ&P was. I'm gonna grab some strawberries. Get you some strawberries, sounds delicious. We had strawberries in our mimosas. It was a whole bunch of fresh fruit that our neighbor cut up. So I was like, I'm just gonna eat these strawberries out of here. Randy, thank you for the lurk. We're gonna approach Frou Frou first. I'm gonna say, hi Frou Frou. Hi, slowly waking up. Oh my goodness. Well, welcome to your day. I'm gonna get a kiwi. Kiwi, delicious. My mind is just in the oh, I get it. I get it. Okay, that's fine. Your mind can live in the gutter. I honestly, because Bri, like knowing you and like how much you love meat, I was like, is that like a bacon jelly? Because I feel like there's probably, I feel like there's some kind of spreads with like hot bacon or something in it. Okay, I'm gonna approach Frou Frou. The cat hisses as you draw near, but remains firmly in place. This is clearly Frou Frou's spot on the counter. Okay, if she's hissing, we're gonna back away. You know what? You back away from Frou Frou, try not to make any sudden movements. Love meat. Did you just call him a whore? Yes. I did. I know there is bacon jam. Yeah, I was like, I know there's some kind of like bacon jam. Okay, we're gonna... You know what? Let's check out the garden, first of all. Maybe there's jelly out here. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Okay, let's make our peanut butter and jelly first. That's a pretty garden. Search the fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading, Janie, stay out, in all caps. Below it in separate handwriting are the words, okie dokie. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Examine old takeout. Check mayonnaise. Should we steal the ice cream? Let's check the mayonnaise. You know you probably shouldn't, but part of you has to know how old that mayonnaise is. You pick up the jar, its label flaking in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. This jar of mayonnaise is old enough to graduate the 5th grade. That's nasty. Best to put it back and forget you ever saw it. Do I want to examine the old takeout? Actually, we'll make that decision in a minute because the ad's gonna start. So, y'all, we're gonna take a quick break, and then when I get back, we'll keep examining this disgusting fridge and this horrible, ugly ass house. Welcome back, everybody. Bri, if you're there and you can hear me, we've talked about Remothered, right? I didn't realize that I had Remothered Tormented Souls, and then I saw that Shattered Porcelain or whatever, the second one, it was on sale. It might still be on sale. Anyway, I grabbed it, so now I have both. And I feel like you could get both games for $4. Anyway, so I was like, oh, I forgot that I have these other horror games to play. I was watching another streamer friend's YouTube of Shattered Porcelain, Broken Porcelain, whatever the sequel was. And I was like, oh, I wonder how much that one is. It's always nice, like when I talked about Mothered, which isn't, that's right. Okay. That's right. It's, yeah, not related to those two. So Remothered, Tormented Souls, you basically play as Dollar Tree Jodie Foster. It's like Clock Tower, like there's a stalker enemy, and you're trying to escape. Mothered is great too. I think, I feel like I did look up Mothered. Yes. I do. Okay. I do remember reading about Mothered. And I think that I have it on my wish list. Yeah, it's on my wish list. Okay. Cool. I just played Rewind. Rewind or Die? Is that the name of it? Rewind or Die? Oh! Is this a puppet combo game? How was it? Did you like it? Okay, let's take the jelly. Must be jelly 'cause jam don't shake. You enjoyed it? See, I liked Murder House, but I was so clunky with the controls. Like the last part, I think I told you this, but like the part where you're in the greenhouse fighting, I had to do that like 5 or 6 times to get through that. Yeah. I loved it up until that part. I was like frustrated, you know. Kind of like how I felt with Code Veronica the other night. It was just like, let this just be over, please. Let this be over. This game is trying to kill me. PB&J is the best. Now, do you like smooth or do you like crunchy? Like, do you have a peanut butter preference? Very puppet combo-y, but not developed by Puppet Combo. Bri, have you played the Faith trilogy? Oh my god, hi David. It's good to see you. Y'all, David just finished his like week-long 1-year slumber party celebration. Smooth, Jiff. See, I usually prefer smooth, and then I'm like, but I wouldn't care. Like, if someone was making me the sandwich, I'd just be like, I'll eat it. Okay, so cat smooth, Bry's crunchy, and strawberry seedless jam. Gotcha. I don't think I've even heard of it. Bry, you should definitely check out the Faith trilogy. I was playing it off stream, and I made it to the second one, but I kept dying at this part. It was tricky. Hi, David. How are you doing? Chunks? Give me chunks. Chunks. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. Just like Faith 1, 2. Yeah, I think it's called Faith, the Unholy Trilogy. Trinity is like the package of all of them together. I feel like you would definitely vibe with the style and the music and the stories in it. I think you'd like it a lot. I'm alright, just resting. Okay, yes, you need to rest, babes. You do need to rest. Okay, runner and friends, I'm going to lurk to run to the store and get dinner and take care of some other stuff. Might be back later, but in case I'm not, enjoy the rest of stream and have a good night, friends. Whoop, thank you for being such a wonderful person. Thank you for the raid. Safe travels to you. I hope you get everything you want and love at the store. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is a plate, a knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close this fridge and keep looking. Okay, I'm going to close the fridge. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Oh, Faith. Yeah, I feel like it's been ported to everything. Maybe eventually I would stream it. Like I said, I just made it to this part and I kept dying and I was like, okay, I'm done. You know how I am. If it's a challenge and I keep dying, I'm just like, I'll come back to this later, and then I just leave. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Okay, there's a dead mouse. Okay, we're gonna take the peanut butter. Oh my god, GIF. The king of nut butters, and only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. Wait a second. Is that... Are there mashed up cockroaches in peanut butter? What's that about? You think just PC and Switch. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess the puppet combo games are mostly just PC and Switch. Because I played Murder House on my Switch. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and some bread. Let's get the bread. Yeah, David, this is gross. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great, one step closer to a satisfying snack. The only things you need now are a plate and a knife. We're gonna close the pantry. I mean, there are probably bug parts in all the food we... You know, you're probably right. Bri, actually, Nate's mom has been bringing us figs, and I was like... She's like, just open the fig before you eat it to make sure that there's no, like, bug left over in it. And I was like, oh my god. Anyway, she baked some fig bread and brought it down, so I have some, like, fig bread to try for... Probably have it for breakfast. Yeah, I like figs too. No, Booch. I should have asked her about that today, actually. I like hearty white bread. My favorite bread is this seed bread from Aldi. It's kind of like the Aldi version of Killer Dave's bread, and it's got like all these 21 seeds. I don't know, it's delicious and whole grain, and makes really good avocado toast. You close the pantry door as best as you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Okay, we're going to search the cabinets. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. Grab a plate and butter knife. Let's examine things. I prefer whole wheat. I love Killer Dave's. Yeah, this is the Aldi version. So they have like a wheat version that's like a whole wheat and grains or whatever, and then this one is like seed and grains. So they have a couple different options. They also have it thin sliced or regular sliced. And I like the regular sliced, especially like for avocado toast, just because it like, I put a lot, smear that stuff in. I love bread with flavor. Give me rye. Pumpernickel. Yes. Yes. Pumpernickel's so good. Okay. I was wondering if this took place in North Carolina, because when we were at the bus stop, there was like an 828, and I was like, that's a North Carolina area code. Blowing Rock, I've actually been to a few times. It reads, I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina. So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. So that's wild. I didn't know that this took place in North Carolina. I feel like there's a legend at Blowing Rock. Like there was somebody, like they lost their love and they went to jump off the rock. Like their love got killed with the love of their life, and they were going to jump off of the rock, and then the wind blew them back up and was like, no, don't kill yourself. I feel like that was a story I've heard about Blowing Rock. I get a brown seeded European style bread. What is European style? Is that like the cut, or do they just not have like maybe as many preservatives as like American bread? Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It might be nice to see the local sites before heading home. There's some stuff up there, but I wouldn't go out of my way. Let's examine the shot glass. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name is Pearl-Ann, so this wasn't from her 50th. Pearl-Ann. Call me Pearl-Ann. From the few stories you'd heard from your mom, Pearl-Ann wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. I was like, what if I did like another playthrough of this game and I named my character Pearl-Ann? It's small and dense and like mix of rye and something. Okay. Small and dense. Okay, we're gonna grab a plate and a butter knife. You grab a plate and a butter knife. This is the last ingredient you needed to make your PB&J. Part of me was like, should I have been like bitchy and taken the ice cream and made macaroni and cheese? Let's close the cabinet. But I also feel like this is like, do I want to cook in this mess? I wouldn't want to. You close the cabinet and look back to the rest of the kitchen. Let's make that PB&J. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations, protein awaits. A job well done. I followed the recipe. I got an achievement for that. all of that hassle and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Let's go. Can I go to the garden? You're done here. Congratulations, you've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? Keep exploring the kitchen. I want to go out to the garden. Darn it, it won't let me... It won't let me go to the garden. Let's unpack. I think let's unpack our clothes. Now that you've finally eaten, the aches and pains of your journey have started to seep deep into your bones. You stumble up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. Like, I just want to freshen up and then go visit town. Like, I want to find all the hot people in town and flirt with them. You stand at the entrance to your room. Let's look at the painting on the wall. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you'd barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. This is Veronica Ashford, our ancestor. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Let's look out the window at our estate. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the birdsong. Amazing. No notes. That sounds perfect. Yeah, you'd definitely do that, just not right now. Well, I feel like Tabitha would be like, why are you trying to clean this place? Why are you trying to take care of things? Let's put our clothes in the dresser. Oh. You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer, and a possum lurks within. It is quiet but angry. Oh, pardon me. Put clothes on top of the possum. I'm going to say, oh, pardon me. I wish we could talk to animals now. Oh, pardon me. You gently close the drawer, leaving the marsupial in peace. This drawer belongs to the opossum, and there's nothing you can do about it. You open the top drawer next. It's empty. As good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. This one time, Pinkadot, I was out running at night, and I was running on the sidewalk by this neighborhood, and I guess there was an opossum that was also out. Anyway, I startled it. It startled me, and instead of like going up a tree or whatever, it just kept like running like parallel next to me, and I was like, go away, like go the other way. This is the way I'm going. And it was like hissing, but I'm like shouting. I wonder where that possum is now. I hope it's living a great life. Our first house had possums living in the giant palm tree in the yard. Aww. I thought you were going to say this one time at band camp. We never had band camp. We had marching band, but I guess, did it start like the week before school started? It was, yeah, and I was like, I never want to do this again because I hated being yelled at. Like, our director had this like tower that he would walk up on top of to like watch us do like the formations, and he had a megaphone and he would like, yell. And I was like, I don't like getting up early. I don't like doing this. I don't want to get yelled at. And I also hated that like I had to be at all of the games and I had to sit with the band. I was like, I'm going to go sit with my friends. Like, and I was also still playing piano. So I was like, if I give up one musical instrument, it's fine. I'm still playing piano. Oh my god, I just remembered I was at my brother's yesterday and I forgot to get sheet music. I can't believe that. Okay, based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd have been better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag, but there's no going back now. Let's check the closet. Oh. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Let's pick up the doll. Oh my god, it's cute. Of course you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads, "Property of Alexandra." No need to carry this around with you. Hey Chris, how are you doing? Welcome in. Wait, what did I miss after you got to the house? Yak, you missed everything. We made it to the house, and we fought with our cousin a bit. Anyway, she's like, I run the coal mine. Our family, well, I guess our character and their mom gave up the family coal mine. Anyway, she's like, I have to go work at the coal mine. And then I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So that's been about it. Also, there was a possum in the drawer where I was going to put my clothes. And now I found the stall in the closet of the bedroom. Honestly, big moves. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of wish that I had the talk to animals perk, so that way I could talk to Frou Frou and also the opossum, but you know, there's nothing to say I couldn't do more than one playthrough. You close the closet behind you. We don't need to take a nap. That's enough. It doesn't seem like I want to get to town and flirt. Let's investigate the forbidden wings of the estate. Let's go. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going into the forbidden wings of the estate. I'm hot and I'm strong. You immediately try the nearest door, only to be impeded by locks and chains? Excuse me? Excuse me, but I'm strong. Can I now just, like, rip this off? Okay, well, we have to go to town, so... With your cousin gone, there's nothing for you to really do here. You leave the estate and head out to explore the town. How do we feel about Tabitha? Dislike. Dislike her. Like, I understand, but I also was like, I would never personally put myself in a position to be like, oh, this relative that I don't know that well just died, and I'm going to go stay with their child that I've never met before. Like, I would never, ever do this in real life. But Tabitha, like, the fact that she lets her house be like that, like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I sound very judgmental, but I'm just like, she's very defensive and aggressive towards us. And like, you don't live in these conditions because you're happy. Hi, Steffi. How are you? Steffi, I'm doing a psychoanalysis of a fictitious character that I just met in this game tonight. How are you? How's your evening? Thank you for the Debbie Delight. What did I miss? I just started this game. Our character rode like all these buses to get to this shitty ass town in North Carolina, because his aunt died, and his cousin that he'd never met before picked him up and was like, this is the estate house. And it's like this ramshackle, disgusting, dirty, filthy, ugly place. It looks like it's falling apart. And then she's like, well, I run the coal mine, so I got to go to work. And so we made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and now we're going to go to town ourselves. So that's the tea. That's what's up, sis. If you'd have known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. That's hot tea. That's the tea, sis. That's the tea. How's Daisy? How is Daisy doing? How are all of your children's? If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. That bitch got out. Daisy said, watch this. She's sneaky. Steffi, we need her to play Survivor with us in Dead by Daylight then. If she's sneaky. If she can get out. We need to make her a Survivor in Dead by Daylight. She's the one that's gonna get out. She's gonna be the survivor. Not Clip Clop Magoo. Or Ms. Moans Jill Valentine. It's really pretty out here. I've been meaning to ask what perks you use. Okay, so I usually always use Unbreakable, Jill's perk, the one that she's like, if you are unhooked, you're already at like 70% health. I use Unbreakable. Resurgence, I use Unbreakable, the Bill perk. That's like, you can heal from the dying state by yourself once per match. I use those two. I also use Nia Carlson's Soft Landing or whatever. The one where it's like, doesn't make any noise if you jump out of like a window. And then I'd been using Blast Mine because it's been giving me so much joy to have the generator blow up in the killer's face. It makes me so happy. That's usually what I do. Those are usually the ones I do. Last night I switched to using empathy because I needed it for that challenge, which was why I was playing Claudette. Yeah, I love Last Mine too. And then there's another thing you can do with generators that Ada has, but I usually just use Jill's. Does Heather have some good perks? Do you use Heather's? And Steffi, this is me just like not very well researching things. Right, surprise. So last night when we were playing, I can't remember, I think it was at Sandwich Elementary. Anyway, I was too close and it blinded Ada as well. So, you know, I was too close. Nick's told you, gotcha. It's really pretty out here. Finally, you made it back to town. The holler, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Oh my god, hello! Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers. Oh. I haven't seen you around here before.
I may be dead, but I'm still pretty.
That's right, Eos. That's right. Thank you for the Buffy reading. Look at this little dog, and this doggy's name is Gretchen, I think. Eos, how are you? How have you been? Happy weekend. Grab you a shout out. Also, why is everything not working? I like this music. We could be chatting with the puppy. I know. If only I'd chosen that perk. I'm so good. I've also heard this is a great game. This is my very first time. And we just made it to the town. So, and at the beginning of the game, you can choose traits for your character, and one of them was talk with animals, and I didn't choose it for this playthrough, but it's okay. The young woman is noticeably flustered by your appearance. Oh yeah, I'm hot. It's a phenomenon that you, as a hot, are all too familiar with. Listen up, Fives, the 10 is speaking. Sorry about Gretchen. She can be very slippery when she wants to be. Hope she didn't scare you. Tell me more about this wonderful creature. Pug, she's so cute. I love pugs. She's so cute. Actually, one of my best friends growing up had 2 pugs, so I'm used to being around pugs. Thanks. She is cute. Sure, most of her teeth have fallen out and she's got a couple of weird growths, but for a 17-year-old pug, that's 17 years old. My goodness. Senior citizen baby. Right, Eos? I was like, this music is like, I just kind of wanted to stay on this screen with this music. I had a great aunt that everyone called Aunt Pug. Did she breathe? Did she sound like a pug when she breathed? That's amazing. 17? That's incredible. Abuelo perro. Wait, Tia. No, and she didn't look like a pug. Was her name Pugsley? So I need to find, please find out why and report back. It sure is. I'm hoping she beats the current record holder and makes it to 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? But what am I doing? I got so caught up in the excitement of meeting someone new that I entirely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of cool folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Stella! Maybe I am, maybe I am not. None of your business. I'm going to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Charles. Hi, I'm Charles. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? That's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her, all alone up in that big house. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so... I'm going to do that, because I was like, it's strange that she's calling her Tabby. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so... cute? She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. It's kind of crazy how long pets are in our lives though, thinking about getting a second cat but not sure I'm ready for another 15+ year commitment. I love the kitties. Yes, if we're lucky, they are in our lives for such a long time. And it's like, I can't imagine life without them. Secret lovers? Well, maybe. Childhood friends? I'm worried about her too. I don't know how she's doing and I don't care. Why do you... She's awful, and as far as I can tell, she openly hates me. Wow. Speaking of kitties, Jasper's going crazy in the background. Oh yeah, it's just after 10. That would be why. I'm worried about her too. She's always been a little rough around the edges, but I figured she'd probably be having a rough go of things. She and her mom are really close. That's... Yeah, it sounds like he's parkouring off of things. I'm like, is there... I put the cookies away. I put everything away. To think she's been up in that old mansion all by herself. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. We will not be getting any more pets after this bunch. Gotcha. Yeah, Nate's parents have... Well, I guess they have the cat, Puma, their indoor cat that they got... They adopted her in 2007, and then Patches was an outdoor kitty, but now he's an indoor-outdoor kitty. He was a stray cat, and he kept coming by, and so they got him neutered, and he's started coming in more. He likes to be inside more, especially like if there's storms and in the winter. Because when that little dog was here, I was like, don't y'all want a dog? Don't y'all want to adopt this dog? Let's see. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everybody's known everybody else as far as back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. Hot flirt lie. I normally have a rule against accepting strange food from people, but I'll make an exception because you're pretty. I don't want to flirt with her. Like, no, this is not my deal. My aunt just found a dog, and it is living in her kitchen. Oh. Right, does she... Amazing biscuits, right? Are they as amazing as Thomas's biscuit? Does your aunt have does she call the dog like a sweet little name? Biscuits? Your treat? Hell yeah. Turn around and leave without saying another word. Heidi, aw, Heidi, Idaho. Biscuits? Your treat? Hell yeah. Awesome, let's go. Okay, like, I could probably explore the town, but... The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air, in contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate. The diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Oh my god, it's because I'm so hot. Everybody stopped talking and has turned to look at me. Hey everyone, I'm Charles. That's what I'm gonna... Hey everyone, I'm Charles. Just in town for the funeral. Nice to meet y'all. The woman behind the counter beams back at you. Hello there and welcome to the holla. You just let us know if you need anything, okay? You nod politely, giving a small wave as you and Stella slide into the nearest booth. Looks like you'll probably be the talk of the town for a while. It's not often folks around here meet many strangers, and with who you're related to, well, folks love their gossip, you know. I don't know why Heidi, the last dog she found on the streets she had for like 13 years. That was Queenie. Aw. Sounds like your aunt's doing great work rescuing these doggies. One of my aunts is Heidi. I don't think there's any Heidis in my family. And like, I've never met a Heidi in my family or heard of a Heidi. Hey Stella, I went ahead and fixed you up the coffee. They quietly place a cup of coffee in front of Stella. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Oh. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Tip, you can hit the H button on your keyboard to hide the text box at any time. Oh. Oh my goodness, look. Gretchen's getting this bacon. Also, I noticed that Stella is wearing like a Mothman shirt. Look at the baby. Oh. And what about you, stranger? Anything I can get you? The name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. Ooh. Ooh. You know what? Isn't bacon bad for dogs? I'm not gonna do that. Like, if this dog is on their last leg, like, can give it what it wants. Mothman. I'm gonna order a biscuit and a coffee. Could I have a biscuit and a coffee, please? I heard they were really good. Best in the county. Avery pours a fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm sorry for your loss. The music in this game is so good. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? It gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always a reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night. So that's a fun thing. Oh my god, I told you we were gonna go to this town and be hot and flirt. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. No, thank you. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. She is the aunt I may have talked about before. She is religious and actually lives the life 24/7. She's always trying to help people and animals. When I was a kid, she tried to bring a homeless person in the car with me. My bro and my cousin and I were all freaked out. Oh, she's being the good Samaritan, trying to help people. Is this a horror game? Yeah, I think it's a horror game. I just don't think we've encountered the horror yet. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe both. Is the potluck like a church thing? Is this a cult thing? Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check some of these things out. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? I'd love to hit some good hiking trails after being cooped up on a bus for so long. These legs gotta move. That does sound like something I would say. What's it to you? We just met. I'll probably just do what I can to support Tabitha through this. I kind of assumed I'd be spending my time trying to help Tabitha, but with how quickly she ran off today, I'm not sure that's enough for a full schedule. I think that's probably what I'm gonna say. That's really sweet of you, but you're right. That'll definitely still leave you with plenty of time to kill. Have you thought about exploring the local trails at all? I'm usually out there a few nights a week for my job, and wait, why are you out on trails at night? Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Here's your biscuit. Winnie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. What do I look like, a charity case? Thanks, it looks great. Let's flirt with Avery. Professional. You know what? Maybe that's right, Eos. Maybe Stella is a professional Mothman hunter. Thanks, Avery. It looks great. You pick up the biscuit, it's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth, as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. I'd call it like 70% horror, 30% slice. Okay, love that. I love that. I'm loving all of these dialogue, like these interactions. I'm excited to see like the horror, but I'm also just enjoying this part too, this relaxing eating. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Whoa. This is the best biscuit I've ever had, but that's not saying much. I'm just gonna say, whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, as Stella mentioned, she's famous? Haha, oh Avery, I'm not famous. You're the only person I know who's been on the news. If that's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Oh my god, a YouTuber! Let's go, mama. Wow, that's rad. What kind of videos? Like, I want to say, wow, that's rad, and then what kind of videos do you do? Is this meant to be PNW or just non... EOS? I think this is like North Carolina, because when we pulled up to the bus stop in Scarlet Hollow, I saw 828, which is like a local area code in North Carolina. And then in a cabinet, there was a mug for Blowing Rock, North Carolina, which is actually here in the mountains. So yeah, I think we're southern. What kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. Oh my god, EOS, you are onto something. Appalachia. You should really check out her channel, Charles. It's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. You know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba River. The Catawba River runner. So the Catawba River, that's like not far from us and where we've gone kayaking and canoeing a lot. It goes... I think the Catawba goes all the way down to the coast. Okay, I'm hooked too, because I'm like, what else like around the area are they going to talk about? The Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of the footage at the time. Okay, hold on. I'm also going to look this up because like I was like, I have not heard about this living here now, but it could just be something. Oh. Okay, interesting. There's cryptids. That'll be my after stream reading. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known for a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I also had people saying it was a dog or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. There's also the Brown Mountain Lights around here, which I have not seen yet, but I would love to see. Whatever it is, I bet I could take it. Okay, we're not going to talk about fighting a cryptid, weirdo. That's an honest-to-God cryptid there. Oh yeah, totally a dog or wait a beaver. Hold on. Whatever it is, you should leave it alone. We're just gonna, you know what, we're gonna validate their feeling. That's an honest-to-God cryptid there. Let's believe in something, you know? Wait, does talking to animals include cryptids? I don't know, Pinkadot. We're maybe gonna find out. That's an honest-to-goodness cryptid right there. No way that's a beaver or a dog, and there's no way a capybara would be swimming in a river in the mountains of North Carolina. Unless there's some North American colony of capybaras in Appalachia. So that would still count as a cryptid, wouldn't it? Yeah, until someone catches a capybara up here, that would still count as a cryptid by most standards. My comment section went nuts for this footage, and from there it spread to Twitter pretty fast. Oh no, not Twitter. There were polls for days. I even had actual experts weighing in. It was all a really cool experience. And it meant the video did some pretty great numbers. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people keeping those things as exotic pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free, and now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along? It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers! I should probably get back to it instead of staying around chatting with friends anyway. See y'all around. I went to a zoo in Japan that had mostly free-roaming animals, and there were capybaras. They're bigger than you thought. So this could be that. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after skunk ape. Isn't that just worse Bigfoot? Interesting. Tell me more. Well, it's kind of like Bigfoot, only smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say, want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing? It's not a date. Stop trying to flirt. Hell yeah, I'd been hoping you'd ask since the moment I heard cryptids. I live for the thrill. There's just a lot of options. I definitely want to go do this. That depends. Will Gretchen be there? Yes, let's go find them. Choices matter. That's right. The choices matter. Are you nuts? Absolutely not. Are you actually asking me, a stranger, to follow a girl I just met into woods unknown at night to chase after dangerous beasts? Absolutely. Well, let's do the I live for the thrill. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, diva. Yes, I picked you for a good adventuring buddy the second I saw you. Glad to see I made the right call. This is going to be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it'll kind of be like a blast from the past. I miss those two. Our videos were terrible. I would fully go cryptid hunting if given the chance, right? Right? Like, okay, Tabitha, our cousin, doesn't really want anything to do with us. The house that we're staying in is disgusting. I would rather be out in nature hunting cryptids with a stranger and their cute dog. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us, get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his cave if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Aw, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or... Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. He's Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going out to look for skunk ape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring him. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Hello, friends. I'm here just studying. Okay, Mishi, I hope the studying is going well for you. Good luck. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Did he ask you to bring me to his house? He's excited to meet you, of course. I think you'll find most folks in town are. Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past, 10 years or so, but I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along. Having him along again. He's hilarious, you'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. That would be nice. I love to meet your friends. Awesome, I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika is much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Let's leave a generous tip, like... Because Avery... Like, let's leave a little tip and a note. Call me. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. You know it's a bit more than one would expect to get from such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth. Right, exactly, and we also didn't have to pay for anything, so I feel like that's decent. You smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Aw, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. Stella turns to leave the diner with you following close behind. Does Stella have a car? Because we don't have a car. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel more alive than you felt in years, strangely calm, tense. I feel strangely calm. You feel strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky, fresh air fills your lungs, and pleasant songs of crickets trill around you as night descends. This is where you're supposed to be, with Stella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front without a care in the world. Yay, Gretchen. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun like skunk apes. Evie, hi, how are you doing? Happy Sunday. Evie, have you played this game? Do you ever hunt anything? Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? I'm doing really well. I had a really socially busy weekend, but it was good. Like, all good stuff. I feel very fulfilled, and I'm really, really enjoying this game. I haven't played this game, but I've heard of it before, I think. Yeah, I'd heard of it, and then I was like, oh yeah, I own this game. I've been wanting to play it, so I just was like, this is the time. Do you hunt anything that's not a cryptid? Ghosts, demons, werewolves? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, but hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all is said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there, but if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were actually people, if there actually were people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. Oh. So let's hope all of that's just bunk, am I right? What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. Hot and powerful build. If aliens were real, they would have visited me by now. They'd be like, who is this hot Earth specimen? I don't know, do y'all believe in aliens? If you want to share... If aliens were real, I think they would have visited me by now. They'd be looking for the perfect human specimen, and not to toot my own horn, but I've been called that 3 or 4 times before. Okay, well, I didn't know we were going to say all this. I thought it was just a joke. Other people's words, not mine. Not mine, okay? Well, they aren't wrong. Maybe aliens have a different idea on what the perfect specimen looks like, though. I want to believe same. Apparently one playthrough of this game only sees 1/5. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that they like write that on the page for this game. It's like playing through, like you'll only see this percent or like, yeah, this fraction. Maybe they have a particular affinity for truckers and late night convenience store clerks, and that's why they keep messing with them. Are you really... Has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here, other than cryptids? Because, like, yeah, obviously we're not talking to animals, and that's probably like a huge other story that we could explore. I believe there's no way we're the only intelligent species in the universe. Okay, do you think the aliens that are out there, do you think that they're like nice, or do you think that they're like species aliens that are gonna like, or like xenomorph aliens, or like, I don't know. I haven't thought too much about it, I guess because I'm like, I've only seen media representations and not really thought about what aliens would be like or do. We love a game with a lot of... Yes, yeah. Evie, so at the beginning, you have like 6 traits you can choose from, and those traits like affect your dialogue choices, and one of the traits was can talk to animals. I didn't choose that trait. I chose hot and powerful. But yeah, it's got a lot. I think there's probably all kinds. I mean, humans suck, so why not aliens too, right? We got some violent, aggressive, scary aliens out there that want to eat you. Maybe not eat you. I feel like they would just use our bodies for something. Hot versus talk to animals. Tough choice, to be honest. Yeah, Eos, I was like, well, I said that my character was from Sunnydale, which is where Buffy lives. So I was like, okay, maybe my character's a vampire slayer. So then I was like, they're hot and they're strong. So hot and powerful being a trait isn't right. That's right. We're hot and powerful. We're hot and strong. Also, y'all, here in about 4.5 minutes, we're going to take a break. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. Wait, what? Do deer eat? That was pretty messed up. Is that real? Like, does that really happen? I thought deer were vegetarian. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird. I had no idea about this. And we have deer in our yard all the time. But I, don't usually get close enough to see what they're doing. They're usually just like in the patches of tall grass that we leave up. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. 5-foot deep, 30 wide. Tetanus Lake. Oh my god, ew. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed. But you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Dear related, have you played Annie Go Home SCP game with SCP? No. I'm gonna look it up right now. Annie Go Home. Oh, that looks scary. That looks very scary. I know a little bit about the SCP. Okay, Eos, do you recommend it? Okay, I'm gonna add that to my wish list. Twisted psychological thriller and an original story set in the SCP universe. As an employee of the SCP Foundation, test artificially created paranormal events, solve puzzles, interact with anomalies, and uncover the secrets of the Replication Division. Ooh, spooky. Love that. The Fermi Paradox is an interesting look at life in the universe. I gotta look that up too. I feel like I've heard it, but I don't really remember. What is SCP? Ping it out. I think it's, from what I know about it, and Eos, please step in. I think the SCP is kind of like an X-Files-ish division. Like they investigate anomalies and creepy things. Secure, contain, protect. They investigate creepy things in this world. And I think SCP... I think there's like a role-playing game maybe like a tabletop role-playing game, but then there's also video games in the universe. It feels very Control / Alan Wake. Okay, I still have Control to play. I need to play that eventually. Love Alan Wake. Yeah, SCP is basically X-Files, but started out as a creepypasta forum. Gotcha. It stands for Secure, Control, Protect, but it's like a set of documents / lore that a community have made over years / a decade. I love that. Because I feel like there's also, in North Carolina, there's something called the undeer. Something with a deer that's like not really a deer, but it looks kind of like a deer. But yeah, so like all these people have contributed and now they've made made it into a game. Okay, actually I'm gonna pause it right here because we have the ad that's gonna start soon. So y'all, we're gonna take a quick little break and then we'll keep talking with Stella. So I'll see you in just a few. Welcome back, everyone. Yeah, I just got on the wiki page, and I was like, they have like a, if you're new here, start here to like read from the SCP. Yeah, one supposed real-life SCP is an NFT of a short clip from an NBA game where if people watch it, sometimes the events within the clip will be different than they occurred. Okay, that's odd and unusual. I love that it's just like something that seemingly like minor. I believe Slender Man, Siren Head, and Momo are classified as SCP, although there's never been confirmation that any of them exist. I followed on Twitter Siren Head's creator, Trevor something. I don't know if he's on Blue Sky. I need to see if he's there. Maybe after the fact, but Slender Man originated in a something awful post back in 2009. Right? Yeah. You're reading that. Favorite SCP is you do not recognize the bodies in the water. Okay, I want to read it. This is what I'm going to be doing as I'm going to sleep tonight. EOS is like reading. I want to read about that. Oh, now I like really want to play those. I feel like there's a few SCP games. Also, EOS, I got the game that I saw you playing, the Look Outside, I think is what it's called. Look Outside, or you know which one I'm talking about, like where it looks like Lovecraftian but pixelated, and it's kind of like an RPG. I remember watching you play it, and you were like, there was something called Carl that was like kind of scary looking, but anyway, I'm excited to play it eventually. So good. Okay, it looked. I was enjoying like what you were doing, and I was like, well, I don't want to pay too close of attention because I feel like I want to play this game. Okay, has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was that time back in early high school and Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a week or two to heal. Wow, that's really lucky. All in all, not too bad. Though, I guess there was also the time I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back. That is a nightmare. I'm claustrophobic, and the idea of getting... Oh my god, this is terrible. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside bored to tears. Lassie, she is not. Gretchen's on her own schedule, okay, mama? It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later, I was right as rain, so it could have been a lot worse. There's some crazies out there. One game I can't wait to play soon is the HD remake of The Thing. Bri, when are you going to be playing that, and will you be streaming this so we can watch you play? I would be so into a Disco Bri stream. I feel like I'd love to watch you play Deadly Premonition. Oh, and there was that time I accidentally stumbled onto Old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I'd barely count it. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. I'm sorry, did you say you almost got shot? Are you sure it's safe out here? Are you really expecting to find anything out here? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star on my little YouTube channel? But hey, the chances are never zero, right? Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature or darkness. Nah, girly, just old Duke. Now, what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk Ape. Sorry, I asked. And who's this you've suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick, you aren't. Is that... Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Now both of y'all head on back to Tanya here. It's best to steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter and won't be too appreciative if a couple fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down. Come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did. But I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungas or what have you. Chunkabunga. Hello, my name is Chunkabunga. Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week and can't afford to lose many more than that. I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. Now see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course, you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTubes saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. Roby, thank you so much for those bits. Thank you. Was that for the great voice acting? Thank you. I hope that you're doing well. Mountain lions are bigger than beavers, right? Mountain lions are bigger than beavers, so mountain lions can't exist, but skunk ape can, right? Like, because I know, well, at least recently, like, animals have been coming further south. I'm great. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're doing great. I'm doing marvelously. If I ever stream, I'll be wearing my Prince mask. Okay, right, that could happen. I mean, you know what? Whenever I'm not feeling like camera ready, you know, I have this. I have this. I've been lurking and listening to this. It's lovely. Coco, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for the lurk and the listen. You didn't expect SMG from Cruel Intentions to be my. I also have Natalie from Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. So whenever I'm not feeling camera ready, I can be one of my 2 divas. I need to get more divas up in here. I have never once seen you not camera ready. Oh, well, I try, because I like to see streamers, but I also respect people that are like, I don't want to be on camera. And I also understand some days you just don't want to be on camera, you know? You're so welcome for the shout out, y'all. These are Obi, amazing person I met through Twitch. Coco, I met on Twitch, but also from my friend Neen. We visited them a few times before. Yeah. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I'm carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. Okay, please don't, please, I don't know. Please don't kill. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods. Okay, so Duke's gonna die. Duke is gonna die, right? Like, we're all prepared for Duke to die. Powerful build, try to bond over sports. So you're a Duke man. I've met some pretty passionate sports fans, but I've never met someone named after a team. Like, I don't care about sports. Like, I chose to be powerful because I'm like a vampire slayer, not because I like sports. But I could at least try to, I guess I'll try it. You know what? I'm gonna extend the olive branch. If you find a mountain lion, don't kill it. Can't you just buy more chickens? I guess we're gonna try this. Like, I feel like I want to use the perks that we have just to see what's gonna happen, right? I'm not gonna try to intimidate a cranky old man with a gun. That's just not my style. Yeah, well, I was born into the name. Why? You a fan? Heck yeah, I am. Go Devils. We're just gonna say that. Heck yeah, I am. Go Devils. Damn straight, but don't think that just because we root for the same team, I'm gonna let the two of you keep tromping around these woods. All right, Charles, there's no need to cause Duke any more hassle. Let's head out. We can come back some other time. Glad to hear you're finally seeing some sense, Stella. You two run along now and stay safe. I didn't like his music either. He had a terrible theme. It's aggressive. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll let us get around him. So we're gonna tromp around with an old man with a gun. That's like a poor choice, but our new friend wouldn't let us get shot, would she? Like, friends don't let friends get shot, right? Yes, I knew you wouldn't give up on the hunt. Never. And trust me, we don't have anything to worry about from old Duke or... Wait, what about Gretchen? What about Gretchen? I don't care about our lives, but Gretchen. We don't have anything to worry about from old Duke or his shotgun. I've gone out hunting with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. But Gretchen, even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. I swear if Gretchen dies, if something happens to Gretchen, I'm quitting. Runner, how are you doing? Daryl, I'm doing really well. We had a really good, busy weekend. Lots of nice family stuff and family and friend stuff. How about you? How was your weekend? I would let a friend get shot, right? That's what I'm saying. We have to keep Gretchen. We must keep Gretchen safe. Gretchen is everything at this moment. Gretchen. All right, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. As night falls, my new assistant, the gorgeous Charles, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive, yet pungent, skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. Cute. I'm glad to hear that. My weekend was pretty good. Thank you. I'm glad that your weekend's been pretty good. Also, hiking. Hey, Daryl. King, how are you doing? I hope that everything's okay with your PC. I hope that your internet has sorted itself out. In the meantime, we get to take in all of this gorgeous scenery. Okay, I don't want to I don't want to flirt with her. It's been so long since I've had a hiking buddy who could keep up with me. Quietly looking at... No, we're not. There's no flirtation happening here. It's breathtaking. And the air is so clean and fresh. I feel like I'm breathing for the first time. I'm gonna have to look up the soundtrack. This is really good. It is. I'm glad you came out here. Dev really wants you. Right. Yeah, Hi, Hanny. How you doing? It's good to see you. Yeah, I'm only flirting with, personally, if there's some hot menses, that's who I'm gonna flirt with. Gretchen has no appreciation for beautiful mountain vistas, and it gets old saying wow into the empty expanse every time I came out here. I meant to mention earlier that it seemed like in the early days of Twitch, some people seem to call people out for not being on camera, but now it seems like most are totally acceptable of VTubers are those who don't have a cam. Oh, that, like, why, like, who would... This seems so silly. Like, who would expend their energy to be like, why aren't you on camera? Why don't you have a camera? Like, that's such troll behavior. Are you telling me that people are rude on the internet? People can be rude on the internet? Doing well, hope you're having a great... I am, and it's even better now that I get to have you here in the chat. Surukai was playing Soma, which I was looking into because I feel like it's a good, I don't want to say cozy horror, but it's more of a narrative horror experience. And so I was watching a Surukai play some. People rude on the internet? Unheard of. Unheard of, right? No, yeah. Soma is classique. That's what I've heard. I've only heard good things about it. And yeah, I want to try it eventually. I think it just went on sale, and so like my wish list was like pinging like this game from your wish list is on sale. I'm like, Diva, I have so many games to get through, but it's a really good sale. It's nice to have someone to say wow with. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud percussive snort. Get behind me quick. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. Yes, it's fun, but confusing at points. My brain is not big enough. Too many games. Yeah, too many games. Gretchen's face. This is my face when I wake up in the morning. I'm like... I'm confused. What was that? You know what? I'm not trying to be this, like, macho, like, get behind me. Yeah, that's exactly why I switched to Bubble Live, because of the trolls and bullying, not only to myself, but my Cozy Couch crew. Mishi, I feel like I looked into Bubble, but I don't know if Bubble's a platform. I didn't do too much into it, but I remember I was like, I haven't heard of this before, except from you. Maybe I should look into it more. Thankfully, knock on this fake wood, I've had good luck, and I have good mods, and I also am not afraid to like ban and block, but you know, that can only get you so far. Okay, what was that? What was that? No need to panic, that's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. If she gets behind you, Gretchen, that's true. It was just a deer though. It was just a deer. Speaking, Eos, what kind of terrible things are going to happen with us with the deer? As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Oh no, it has cancer. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. This deer has cancer. It has tumors. Deer with balls. It does. Yeah, it's got testicles on its face. Poor baby. And then it is gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? Aw, this baby. It's a streaming platform like Instagram and TikTok. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Sarkai, thank you for getting your daily download. Oh, you got a new one, Everything You Do by M2M. That one was just like added within the last few days. There was something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. I bet it was an abscess, maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing, but there's not much we can do about it. A little, right, that was gigantic. That was the entire, like, side of its face was balls. Why'd you bring Gretchen with you? Well, I mean, if I was in this position, I would want like German Shepherds or like Rottweilers, like something that's a little bit, I love Gretchen and I love small dogs, but if I was like feeling like there might be something that's a little bit scary, like I want to have like dogs that could maybe intimidate the cryptid that I found personally. But maybe cryptids are scared of small dogs. I don't know. Wondering if this is like a Color Out of Space situation with mutating. Oh my god. Wait, Eos, did you see the Nicolas Cage version of that? Also, that's one of the stories that I'm planning on reading on Wednesday for the H.P. Lovecraft reading stream is Color Out of Space. The Nick Cage one. It was, yeah, it's so good. I feel like I might have ended up just purchasing it because I couldn't find it anywhere to like rent. And then I was like, I'm just going to buy this because I'm sure I'm going to like it. I did. Yeah, I thought it was really good. It's, It's definitely, some parts have definitely stuck with me, especially like when I'm peeling and cutting up carrots. I think of that movie. I think of Color Out of Space. So why do you bring Gretchen? Poor llamas. Why do you bring Gretchen out here with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's still so feisty, even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is, running around the woods at 17. And I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that. Yes. Get those babies some exercise. Let them do their things. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? We love Gretchen. You should do a reading. So, Mishi, on Wednesday, the 20th, this coming Wednesday, I'm doing a reading of some H.P. Lovecraft. So if you're around Wednesday evening, so normally I take Wednesdays off. I'm actually taking Thursday off this week because we're going to an art crawl downtown and to try the speakeasy, this new speakeasy in town. So I'll be streaming. Hi, Mrs. Blazing Fire. How are you? I was just talking about reading. I'll be streaming tonight through Wednesday and then Thursday off and then Friday. And also depending on like what we do with this game, I'll be starting Resident Evil 4 Remake. I did not make up. I've been so busy this weekend. I didn't make up my schedule and stuff like I normally do. So I'm behind, but you know what? That's okay. Well, that got my heart rate up. I'm ready for the hunt. Same for me. How's about we take a quick snack break to fuel up, then we get right into the night's activities. Oh my goodness, look at these delicious snacks. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Powerful Bill, take one of everything. Take the trail mix, extra M&Ms, take a snack bar, take the dried apricots. Ooh, sesame sticks. Blazing Fire, how's it going? Welcome in. The lack of schedule has me catastrophizing because that is what my brain does. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I was thinking about that, and normally I'm so good about it, but yesterday we were gone, and then last night I was playing Dead by Daylight, and then today I woke up and I wanted to go get flowers to take to our neighbor that was having us over for lunch. So I left, and then it was time to go to lunch, but we got her some beautiful flowers, and then we were hanging out most of the afternoon, and I was like, I'll do it tomorrow, like before work or during work, you know. Making some dinner, corn on the cob, tilapia, and green beans. Sounds delicious. Sounds delicious and tasty. I feel like I try to keep to a pretty consistent schedule, but I'll put all that stuff out tomorrow. Take one of everything. Yeah, you grab as much as you can. Your body is a temple and its priest demands off. Oh, I didn't mean to grab everything. I just wanted to grab like a little bit of each. You look at Stella in response, your mouth full of delicious snacks. There'll be time for conversation when you're finished, but for now, you eat. I'm sorry, Stella. I hope you got some. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. So, tell me what it's like in Sunnydale. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? But there's no food at home, so that's true, there is no food at home. I don't normally plan my streams. I like it only causes stress and there's no point. Yeah, you know, whenever you do something, you gotta figure out what works for you. And for me personally, having things scheduled just helps my brain. Tell me what it's like to be Charles. What do you want to know? Why do you want to know? Why wouldn't I want to know? I've lived in this town my whole life. I live in a closet in a house with 10 roommates. I live in a doorless basement that floods whenever. I live in an apartment with I live in a 12 by 12 shed in someone's yard. I live in an internet cafe. I live alone in a dingy studio. Which of these is the least sad? I feel like I want to live in an internet cafe because I feel like that's like very, very 90s. Why are these all shit, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, why? I live in an internet cafe. Do you know about internet cafes? It's kind of a Japanese thing. There are little cubicles with computers in them that you rent by the hour. Oh yeah, sure. I watched a documentary on them once. Turns out the cubicles are actually cheaper to rent than an actual apartment in Sunnydale, especially once you factor in commuting time and utilities. So I thought, why not? Yeah, I thought about the difficult roommate, but then I was like, is it going to be like I'm in a relationship and like the relationship has soured? I guess we could have, figured that out, but I feel like the internet cafe is like fun. Sunnydale would not have an internet cafe, but it's perfect. And it's perfect. Really? Do you get any privacy there? Not really. I also have to leave for long periods of time to make sure the staff doesn't get too suspicious. I'm sure they're on to me, but I think they've taken pity and decided to keep it between us. I don't think any city would have one in 2022. Right. Well, but it's really been a great opportunity to save up and practice minimalism. Everything I own can fit in a backpack. Well, as long as you're happy. So, what do you do for a living? I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. I build programmatic ads for a company. I'm a first-year associate at a big law firm. I'm a streamer. I'm in the service industry. I'm a slayer. Not a choice. I'm a Charlie's Angel. What do you think we would do in our cubicle? I sell arts and crafts on Etsy? Like, where are we going to be making these arts and crafts, though, if we live in the, like, do we, like, on our off hours, we're outside, like, collecting pine cones and twigs and making pine cone people, like, from Bramble and selling those on Etsy? I'm a first-year associate at a big law firm. I don't think so. I'm going to say I'm a streamer. I'm actually a streamer. Oh, no way, a fellow content creator. I guess we've got a lot in common, Charles. What are the odds? What sort of streams do you do? Oh my god. I play video games. I teach people how to cook. I mostly just talk. It's like a therapy stream. There's actually one still going in South Korea. It's small but cute, and it's 24 hours and has really good food. I love that. That's 24 hours too is really cool. Like, I would just love to be there like overnight and like people watch and have some food. What sort of streams do you do? Well, I don't think we can probably cook in the internet cafe. I do art on stream. Sometimes it's a project I've been working on for a while, and sometimes it's just me taking requests for a few hours. That's incredible. I've always wanted to be good at art, but it's one of those talents that never really manifested for me, try as I might. I'll have to check out your channel sometime this week. How do you like it? I wouldn't trade it for the world. Most people I meet tend to raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do, but I love it. It might not be much, but it makes me feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up what I do for anything. A crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your story? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Oh, do you live with your parents? Family home and all that? No, it's just me. They aren't with us anymore. Oh, did they move? Oh, because they're dead? Oh my god. Oh geez, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say this one. Oh, because they're dead? It's okay, you didn't know. And I've done my mourning. You don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you'd ever meet. Interesting too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on the trail of something, and we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself since his family didn't have much growing up. He always made sure I had food and that I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. I could make us a pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing if I had to, though it wouldn't exactly taste great. My mom was the local vet, The lady all the farms in the county knew to call if their animals were in need of something. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those were my parents. No need to overshare. I'm sorry for your loss. I don't know what else to say. I'm just sorry. My mom died pretty recently, so I get it. It's alright if you ever need to talk about things. I feel like we've bonded, and I feel like this would maybe be like a nice bonding thing. Like, I kind of understand, and maybe we can vent our feelings or like talk about our stressors together. It's alright if you ever need to talk about, like, I honestly like this character a lot more than I like Tabitha. Thanks, Charles. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? I was glad to see her go. I'm okay hanging in there. Terribly, to be honest. Terribly, to be honest. It wasn't a quick death. It took years, to the point that it was almost a relief when it finally happened. But then it sank in that she was really gone, that I was utterly alone. And then the hospital bills started to come in. So yeah, I'm not taking it well. I can't even imagine how bad that must be. It's just salt in the wound at that point. It's showtime. This got really deep. Jesus Christ. Skunk ape, more deer. Please tell me that was a raccoon. Skunk ape. Oh man, it's skunk ape. It's gotta be, right? Could be. Whatever made that sound. I've never heard anything like it, and it's close. Here, watch Gretchen for a moment while I check this out. God, please be careful. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out, "Oh my god, no, it's a chicken!" And the guy with the shotgun is gonna come try to get the chicken. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Oh! Wait, did that chicken have a tumor? What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall? Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Maybe it was her stomach. Right behind you. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Diva! Ow! Let's go after it. Let's go home. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh Jesus, it's still alive. I guess we have to roll the camera. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this one. Wait, do you hear that? No, I know, right? Like, what if they like go to take a scalpel to cut it open and like a whole bunch of like leeches like spring out of it? Something is laying. That's what I'm wondering, Pinkadot. Yeah. Do you hear that? Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go on home? Birdie? Birdie. Oh no, what's happened to you, sweetheart? Duke, we just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. Jesus H. Christ. There's something really wrong with all the animals we've seen tonight. No goddamn shit. It's like some kind of plague. It better not be contagious. It's not a tumor. Duke, we saw the thing that got a hold of her. Got it on camera too. I don't know what it is yet. A gnome or something? You know there ain't no such thing. Let's examine the chicken. You stoop down to look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She seems nervous, squirming slightly against her harness. Let's examine... I will start at the head, I guess? Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. The wing. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. Whatever got a hold of her busted her wing up too, little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. Now we're going to examine the growth. Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. She could still get better. Maybe she just needs that thing to pop and she'll be right as rain in a couple days. Happened to me once and there's not so much as a scar these days. I don't think this is a Dr. Pimple Popper situation, Duke. I don't know. It kind of looks like there's something in... Oh God, is this the outline of a fetus? Having investigated to your heart's content, you step back and give the bird space. Do you think she's become an egg? Like one of those things is going to pop out of her? No, I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained, maybe some antibiotics, that's all. Duke, I don't think it's a mountain lion that's been getting at your chickens. This is just like that deer. Deer? What deer? We ran into one earlier. It had growths just like Birdie. As you, Duke, and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Gently at first, barely a whisper. Put some Neosporin on it, but then a guttural moan, and then another, and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. What the hell is going on? The voices? Oh, I have no idea. She starts filming again. Come on, Birdie, let's get you home. As Duke scoops up the injured Birdie, the voices in the trees intensify. It's like you're all suddenly surrounded, the strange sounds coming closer, growing bolder. What in the fuck is that? What in the hell is that? What is this? It's a baby face on a worm? You feel it tightening in the leash, pulling at you from behind. Don't you step another foot closer or I'll shoot. Don't think I won't. Do not like ya. The man hesitates, and the thing steps forward, fixing what seem to be its eyes on Birdie, tucked under Duke's arm. The leash is drawn fully taut, and then there is a sudden looseness. Gretchen starts making ungodly noises, screaming and howling along with the din around you. You and Stella turn just in time to see another of the creatures slithering out from the bush. Gretchen's whines and barks reaching a fevered pitch as another creature's malformed hands grasp at her. No. Oh my God. What's going on over there? As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet and then chaos. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Shit, get your grubby little hands off my bird. You were born for this moment. I'm gonna take care of business. You rush to Duke's side, your steady hand reaching for the barrel of his shotgun. You grab it, pointing it safely at the sky as you aim a swift, brutal kick at the creature. Its flesh is doughy and structureless, like a loosely packed sausage. Your foot leaves an imprint in its chest, and it stumbles back, clutching at the odd wound. Duke regains control of the shotgun, and you turn your attention back to Gretchen. You pick up a large rock, and hurl it at the thing just as it's in the midst of dragging Gretchen away. Your aim is flawless, and it strikes the creature square in its wretched face, lodging itself in its flesh. Right, leave Gretchen alone. We just saved Gretchen with our Slayer skills. It scrambles back, its movements uncoordinated in its blindness, leaving Gretchen unharmed. And then a gunshot, the scattering of footsteps, and finally, silence. You turn just in time to see the creature you knocked off of Duke disappear, bleeding into the tree line. Holy shit, Gretchen, I almost lost you. Thank you, Charles. And Birdie's safe on the ground till we get our bearings. Holy shit, did you guys see that pitch? What does that mean? The pitch? All in a day's... What the fuck, man? I think the most reasonable thing to say here is what the fuck, man. No kidding. Damn thing got away too. We have to go after it, right? I don't think we have much footage and nobody's going to believe us unless... Nobody's going to believe us, period, Stella Richmond. Even if we drag the mangled corpse of one of them critters straight out of these damn woods. I got my bird and we all still got our lives. I'm calling it here. We're leaving. What the fuck, man, right? What the fuck, man? But... Getting cold feet, Duke, those things have been after your birds. Let's not count our chickens until we're out of the woods. Stella, you froze back there. We're not going after that thing. Duke got some sense, I know. Let's not count our chickens until we're out of the woods. I think that's... Let's do that. Exactly what I'm saying. Okay. Stella, like, can you get your head in the game? Gretchen just almost got snatched. You follow Stella and Duke in a mad dash through the woods, and as you follow them, something follows you. The unearthly whispers and moans of the creatures have returned. In the highest branches of trees and down on the forest floor, they're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. Quick, my truck's down this way. You make it to the road, but 3 of the creatures stand between you and Duke's truck. I'm going to clear a path to the truck. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what a Slayer does. Stay back. I got this. You take a single deep breath before propelling yourself towards the creatures. Punch them. Slay. All we're going to do is slay. As they recoil, punch a ditchling. I got an achievement called Punch a Ditchling. As they recoil, you plant a foot firmly in the ground and throw your body towards the abomination to your right, your fist firmly connecting with a powerful haymaker. Its body feels wrong, as if your blow had just collided with a bag of loose organs instead of with a living creature. Caught by surprise and outmatched by your physical prowess, the creatures leap back and scatter into the woods. You are still the dominant species here, at least for now. Now, Stella, I know you got trouble with vehicles, but I won't hear any nonsense about you walking back to town. You hear? Get in the truck. You sense the slightest bit of hesitation as Stella pauses on the path next. Oh, I wonder if Stella's parents were killed in a car accident. Okay. I am into this. I am invested. You squeeze into Duke's tiny 2-seater truck, tucking your legs on either side of the gear shift. Stella stares ahead in silence. She clutches Gretchen protectively, staring straight forward, expression blank as the truck quickly starts to rumble its way down the dirt road. Gretchen looks so sad. You're both like, Gretchen, but we saved Gretchen. Gretchen, I'm so thankful, Gretchen, that you're alive. I was worried about Gretchen. What a rush. I've never gotten to fight a monster before. So I guess it wasn't a mountain lion getting at your chickens. Yeah, I guess not. Can't say I know what I'm supposed to do with that information, though. Suppose the boy and I are in for some long nights trying to guard the rest of them from them things. Hey, Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. Place a comforting hand on her shoulder. I feel like that's a nice friend thing to do. Just, I'm here. You reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease, and she lets out a self-soothing sigh. Duke, I don't think Stella's doing okay. Why so glum? I thought you wanted to find cryptids. Car sickness, huh? I feel like I'm gonna remain silent in this situation. You let the silence continue, staring out at the road ahead. Every now and then you spot what look like pale, anguished faces peeking out from between the trees before vanishing back into the underbrush. Soon, the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the truck comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. Thanks for taking me home, Duke. Anytime. But Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, what were those things? I have no idea. I've never heard of anything like them, but I got a ton of footage. Nothing really clear, but it's a start. Let me know if anything happens with Birdie, alright? She's gonna be fine, you hear? I better go check in with Bo. He'll be worrying about me. You and your friends stay safe. Looks like those things didn't follow us, but, well, no point in talking about the buts. Just look out for yourselves. Take care, Duke. I don't live here. Maybe we're gonna stay the night at Gretchen's, or Stella's. I think it is actually Gretchen's house. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods with no one but Stella in sight. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Now that you're back in town, you must finally be getting reception again. Right, sleep over! 6 missed calls from Tabitha. And 13 text messages. Let's call her. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Tabitha, you're not my mom. Tabitha, you're not my fucking mom. You text Tabitha back and let her know you're okay. Your message sits unread. Tabitha seems... Yikes, Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. I guess she must be worried about you. God, what a mess this night's been. I can't believe you punched one of those things. Listen. These fists... Steel. Fury. Got these fists of fury. It felt like hitting a bag of organs. Not that that's something I've done, but it was just like meat suspended in jelly that was barely held together in a stretched out bag. I don't think it had bones. Dang, and here I thought skunk ape sounded gross. We should call the cops, right? What are they gonna do? You're not from around here, but that'd just be wasting time. The police out here mean well, but they don't really do anything, you know? If anything, they just get mad at you bothering them. What do you make of everything we saw? I don't know. I haven't seen or read anything about anything like this, although maybe we've got to find out more about those things. The library doesn't open for a while, so any real research will have to wait until the morning. That being said, there is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. I feel like it's like 11 o'clock at night. I don't know, like, it seems very late. You can talk to your friend's mom. I'm going to bed. I have to keep going. Let's do it. Cool, let's go. My friend's mom has got it going on. I hope she's still awake. Charles. Jesus. You and Stella turn to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in it. It's Wesker. Charles, welcome home. Glad to see you. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Mrs. Forsyth. This is Charles. Is it okay if we come in? Of course. You're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. For goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Love, Sybil. Welcome to my little nook. It's nice to finally meet you, Charles. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the holler, and now poor Pearl-Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. How did you know that she died? Oh, Pearl-Ann was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of, bless her heart. We got the bless her hearts out. I never met Pearl-Ann. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about the woman. Ha, that's fair, child, but it seemed like the right thing to do. We need your help. Ah, yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. Unsavory is just another way to say she was sweet. She just did fun things, you know? You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? Go on. We ran into some creatures out in the woods. These things, I don't even know how to describe them. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls out her camera and turns the screen towards Sybil. Ah, one of your little videos. A gasp. Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. You better come with, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Let's get that hibiscus tea, babes. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. Okay, Boobinas. And Gretchen, who's a good potato. And a stranger. A cute stranger. Oh God, I said nothing. Aha, who are you talking about? Unsavory equals bad, sexy, naughty. That kind of thing. Bad, sexy, naughty. I'm the only stranger here, I think. Dumb and cute. This is Charles, Tabitha's cousin. Oh, right. I heard he was coming to town. It's a little late. Why are you two here? Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. Is she wearing a Sailor Moon shirt? It's really important, Kanika. Oh, okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out here. We can watch this without you, Kanika. I'm press and play. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Holy shit, Charles. I took care of business, not gonna lie, this feels like the highlight of my life. I don't know what. Sorry. Why are you sorry? It looks like Duke and Stella were lucky you were there. The footage continues. What are those things, though? They seem like something people should be aware of, I guess. It is a Sailor Moon shirt. Okay. I don't know. Do you think they're like gnomes? Gnomes? My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Mom, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Charles with this telepo crap. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. No, she's just being unsavory. Sailor Moon cleavage, I'd flirt with her. She's got the bobinas, the Sailor Moons. She knows how to she's got nails. She's got the beautiful nails. She always said they never hurt people despite that grisly scene in the woods. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. Jesus, Mom, haven't they already been through enough? It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. I don't know if it is. Okay, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw the chicken in our video. What was that growth? I punched one of them in the face. Kanika has a point, Stella. Calling this magic is an easy way out and jumping to a wild conclusion. Maybe they're making more of themselves. Fun bags. The fun bags. Well, yes. Okay, actually, the ad's going to start, so we're going to pause. And then when I get back, we will continue this conversation for a bit longer, and then we will do our normal raid out and everything. But for now, I will see you in just a few. Welcome back, everyone. Okay. Stella says, you saw the chicken in our video. What was that growth? I don't think, like, talking about punching them has anything to do. Kanika has a point. Stella, calling this magic is an easy way out and jumping to a wild conclusion. Maybe they're making more of themselves. Arise, chicken. Arise. You know, you have a point there. I wonder if we were seeing some sort of parasitic larval stage, like they're really big doughy wasps or something. Ew, honestly, that would be worse than them being supernatural. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I'd put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know, it's getting late and I should let Charles get some rest. I ran him ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. I can keep going, I'm still wired. I feel like I have to keep going. Like, we're here. We have to figure this. Like, I would not be able to go to sleep after this. I don't know about y'all, but personally, I'd be like, let's get the caffeine. Gretchen's expressions are wonderful to be all right. Gretchen is actually the main character. Part of me is like worried that Gretchen was like infected somehow. Like they planted something in her. Like that's what my brain has already done. I would sleep. I take fighting monsters in the woods very seriously. Slayers don't sleep that much. I'm still wired. Okay, maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around on my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings. Is that what you call them? That's right. You go on home now and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya. Bye, Charles. It's excellent ice to warm. Though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Gretchen is not wanting to be back outside. Hoping Gretchen has enough plot. Same Eos. Like, we have to protect Gretchen at all costs. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. Alrighty, let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? Excuse me, I'm new in town. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. Yeah, I think we can each use some company tonight. I should probably head back before Tabitha has a conniption. I'm gonna say I should probably head back before Tabitha has a conniption. Are you sure you're okay heading back up the mountain alone? I'm more terrified of Tabitha than those things in the woods. Sybil said those things were harmless. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I won't stop you if you really want to go back. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck. She scribbles her number on a piece of paper before handing it to you. I'll see you tomorrow? I'm leaving town as soon as I can. Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. I'm really enjoying the game and like the writing and everything. Like, thankfully it's not like railroading me into like romancing. You begin the long hike back up to the Scarlet Estate alone. Continue down the path. Almost home. Wild first day, right? Wild first day in town. We came for a funeral. Your salvation in sight, you make a mad dash to the door. Try the door. Oh, thank God you're back. Where the hell have you been? I called you back as soon as I had reception. saw horrible things tonight. I called you back as soon as I had reception. I don't care. You gave me a heart attack. The miner outside the general store. There was this miner outside the general store tonight who called me out by name and everything. Wayne. Scared the shit out of me. Do you know what's going on there? It's a mining town. Of course there are miners walking around at night. And of course people know who you are. We don't get a lot of visitors in these parts. I saw horrible things tonight. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids, and a lot of really terrible things happened. Ah, so you met Stella then. Ugh, that explains everything, and she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Can you tuck me in? Don't you want to hang out? Okay, good night. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. As you collapse onto your mattress, you remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Let's call her. You pull out your phone and call. Hey, how are you? Did you make it back all right? No, I've been kidnapped. I died, actually. Yeah, how are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. How are you? Totally fine. I mean, as fine as I could be, I guess. You don't have to worry about me. Go get some Z's, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments, for now, you're safe and you're warm. I died, right, I died actually. I've been resurrected already. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. I think, so I know this game is released episodically, and I think not all the episodes are out yet, so I don't think that the story actually finishes. I could be wrong. It looks like maybe this is like an opening credits scene. I'm invested. This is good. I'm really enjoying this so far. I keep saying that. But the writing is good. I'm intrigued. You two, yeah, you and I feel like we like a lot of the same narrative things. Who's this crying in a basement? I love how sparingly they use animation. It makes these scenes really pop. It's so good. It's so good. I can understand why you love this game and follow it. And all the like different choices people can make. Do you ever just feel like, no, make this choice. I wish you would make this choice. Oh, think it out. We got the Halloween already. The jack-o'-lantern. This music is so good. There's so much in the game that I can't bring myself to tell folks what to do. Yeah. How many times, do you know how many times you've played through this game? Scarlet Hollow. This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 awaits. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. Let's save our game. Okay, saved the game. I have 6 save files prepped for episode 5's release. I always see something new regardless. Wait, so I was doing a little bit of research today. Have they released, like, do they have a date for episode 5? Or is it still just like coming soon? Okay. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please say, okay, we saved our game. right? Yeah. Would you like to see a recap of episode 1? Sure, let's see. No date, but should be very soon, within 365 days. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I feel like that's what I saw online was like people loved it, and then they're like, but now I have to wait, like, and it's so painful to wait for. Let's watch the recap. I'm interested to see. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing? You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight, while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Its flesh is doughy and structureless, like a loosely packed sausage. Your foot leaves an imprint in its chest, and it stumbles back, clutching at the odd wound. Great, it scrambles back. Okay, that's when we saved Gretchen. Welcome home. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. The events of the past. Okay, I love the recap. Love this. Tuesday morning awaits. The wait for episode 5 has been extra long because of Slay the Princess's release in 6. That's right. Okay, I still want to play that as well. I don't own Slay the Princess, but I've heard only good things about it. Wake up. You open your eyes. The sun has risen. The birds are singing. You are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember the sight of pale faces jeering at you from the trees, their calls echoing through the woods as you run for your life. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. Note, you can refresh yourself on the events of previous days by using the journal icon in the quick menu. How many episodes is it going to have? I don't know. I guess there's 4 so far, and then I don't know, 5 is like the finale. I have no idea. I need to look it up. Let's check on the opossum. You open the drawers to check in on the little opossum you met yesterday. Oh good, he's still here. That's nice. Pat the little man's. You reach in to pat the little man's. He immediately plays dead. Oh. You leave him to his theatrics and close the drawer. 7, I believe. Okay. Look around in the closet. Great, the doll didn't move during the night. Maybe it isn't haunted after all. Though after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly a consolation. Return to your room. Let's look out the window. You creep towards the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. For a second, you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. I think it's meant to be 1 episode for each day. Oh, okay. So then, yeah, that makes sense. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you finish waking up. Let's text Stella. It's probably a good idea to check in with your new friend. You can't imagine she's holding up very well. Send a picture of a tired cat you found on the internet. Hey, how are you holding up? It might take her a minute to get back to you. In the meantime, let's get dressed and head down to the kitchen. Time to start your day. You're back in the kitchen. Frou Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Excuse me, ma'am, but may I pet you? Excuse me, ma'am, but may I pet your beautiful fur? Part of you hopes that flattery might win her over, as silly as that may seem. You are, after all, talking to a cat. Love Frou Frou, right? Love Frou Frou, love Gretchen. Frou Frou merely flicks her tail faster. It doesn't look promising. Hey. You sure took your time getting up. Hey, cuz. There are monsters in the woods. We need to leave. I had a really rough night. Can you cut me some slack? No. It's not my fault that Stella got you all worked up and I'm late enough as it is, so listen up. I wanted to make sure I relayed this message in person in case you decided to ignore my texts again. I don't want any repeats of last night. From now on, no running around in the woods after dark. It's dangerous out there. You could fall down a cliff, you could get stuck in a hidden cave somewhere, you could get lost in the woods and never be found. Just because nothing happens here doesn't mean it's safe. And just because Stella spends a lot of time in the woods, it doesn't mean she'll keep you out of trouble. I want you home by sunset from here on out. Excuse me, but you are not my mother, and I am here for a funeral, and I will do as I please because I am an adult. And you need to go work in the mines or whatever it is you do with your sad, pathetic life and your stringy ass hair. That's all I have to say to her. What is up with you and Stella? You're not my real dad, and you never will be. Exactly. We just have a history, that's all. I don't need... Do you think... Okay. I think you said this earlier. Stella and Tabitha, maybe... They were friends, but maybe they were more than friends? I don't know. Aren't you the boss? How can you be late? Just because I own the mines, it doesn't mean that I don't have responsibilities. If I'm late, or if I don't show up, then things aren't done right. She's wonderful. Love her personality. Can I hang out with you today? I don't want to be by myself. At the mines? No. I'm sorry about last night, but what you're doing is unacceptable. I'm sorry about last night, but what you're doing is unacceptable. Whatever, just stay out of trouble and we can deal with this later. I'm late enough as it is. I'm going to work and I expect to see you here at sunset. Fuck that. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak, then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. A text from Stella. Hey Charles, thanks for checking in. Hope you're all right, all things considered. I'm doing okay. Not great, but hanging in there. Up most of the night on cryptid forums, but no good answers yet. I'm at the library if you want to join. I have scones. Oh. Sunset, right. Scones, say no more. I'll be there in a bit. Still waking up is what I'm going to say. And that's that. Time to start your day. Should we... Okay, I want to investigate the garden. I wanted to investigate the garden yesterday and I didn't get the chance. As your eyes wander through the garden door, you shudder, remembering the brief glimpse of something you saw from your upstairs window. It was probably just a raccoon, but the uncertainty of what you saw gnaws at you and compels you to investigate, if only to prove that it was nothing. At the very least, you don't see anything now. Investigate further. You wander farther into the garden, trying to pinpoint the spot where that thing had been lurking, if indeed there had been a thing to begin with. Let's explore. The garden is peaceful, but undeniably eerie. Here, more than anywhere else, you're surrounded by the ghost of what this place used to be. The greenhouse sits in the midst of the overwhelming greenery, unreachable from years of neglect, its glass clouded and cracked. Statues reach out from within seas of weeds as if begging to be rescued. And most strikingly, behind a pair of rusted metal gates, at the very peak of the mountain sits a graveyard. You can just make out a few of the headstones, the scarlet name carved deep and proud into their faces. You notice what a good view someone would have of your window if they stood where you're standing right now. Let's check the ground for clues. You crouch down, pushing aside the greenery to examine the soft earth. The boot print. a big boot print, and what looks like some kind of viscera. Ew. Your thoughts turn to the specter from the night before. You snap a quick photo, just in case it comes in handy later. We're gonna text it to Stella. You send the photo to Stella. Look what I found in the garden across from my window. No way, that's Tabitha-sized. You head back inside. Time to figure out what to do with the rest of your day. Oh my god, hi V. V, have you seen this game? I feel like you would love this game. If she has scones, I feel like I don't need a PB&J. I'm gonna head to town. Try to clean the guest bathroom instead. I'm going to town. Tabitha isn't here to stop you now. You head outside, back to the mountain path that leads to town. The walk back to town is much less pleasant today than it was yesterday, when you didn't yet know that the woods were full of monsters and strange men who know your name. You stare anxiously into the darkness between the trees, searching for any signs of movement. The woods are still, at least for now. Autumn-tinged mountains, sprawling for miles in every direction, now feel less like beautiful scenery and more like the walls of a cage. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Geez, that's creepy. All the more reason to come to the library. Luke, who I find at the library, said she was up all night thinking about the video, adding you to a group text. The worst nightmare of all, group text. I'm only here because it's quieter than the store, or was, lol, and I'm trying to figure out what animal that could be. I don't buy into this harbinger of doom stuff. We know what animals they are. They're ditchlings and they are harbingers of doom. Sounds like they're having fun. Dang, I need those scones. LOL, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'll be there soon. Can't wait to solve this mystery. Dang, I need those scones. BRT. Be right there. Almost back to town. You make it to town in one piece. No creatures jumped out at you, no scary men blocked your path. The sight of other people is comforting, helping you forget the things you've witnessed, as if they happened to someone else. Oh, hey Charles. We were just talking about you. I stopped by Sybil's to pick up her new tea blend and, well, you're the biggest thing to come into town since the coal mine. Moogs have been absolutely buzzing about you. You went out with Stella last night, right? Something happened out there? She barely even waved when she walked by. I can't wait for Trader Joe's to bring back the pumpkin scones soon, right? Tell Avery. We're gonna tell Avery the whole truth. We tell Avery everything that happened last night. Whoa, slow down. Y'all actually found something out there? I can corroborate. I may not have been out there with them, but I've seen their footage. And they encountered something otherworldly in those woods. Well, whatever it was that happened out there, you're clearly a little shaken up. Tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner? Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend and try to calm your nerves. It's chaga and lemon balm. It's always helped me on the bad days. And if you need to talk about what happened, I'm gonna go flirt with Avery, yes. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Charles. See ya, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. They'll be at the library for a while, right? I better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. Wait, do you know anything else about ditchlings? I know you said you didn't know much about those stories, but I'm afraid that's still true, but I'm sure that you, Stella, and Kanika have what it takes to get to the bottom of things. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I got things that need tending to. Stay safe and God bless. You probably have a bit of time before you're needed at the library. Yes, we're gonna go by the diner, because I want to go flirt with Avery. The diner is a little quiet today, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. Talk to Avery. You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. You might need this. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that a sound of pen? Wait, pen like pig pen. Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. It's just something to do to fill the time. But maybe I should switch to Sudoku. Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, thanks for telling me about last night. If you want to really get into the grisly details, you can tell me. I won't judge. Oh, I'm gonna flirt. Yes, 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 yes. I guess we could chat about last night, but I actually came here because I wanted to get to know you. I wanted to get to know you. Oh yeah? Alright, what do you want to know? Have you lived here your whole life? Nah, I moved here from Charlotte, gosh, 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more, I've lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job, and who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? Look at you go, thank you. We're getting our flirt on. To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the cool folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I'll never be a part of. I guess I'll try my tea. You hesitantly take a sip of your tea. It tastes like you're drinking mold that someone tried to unsuccessfully spruce up with lemon balm. It tastes healthy. Take another sip. The flavor is strong and slightly unpleasant, but something that tastes this bad must be good for you. Whoa. Color me impressed. Not a lot of folks take to chaga so quickly. Why did you leave Charlotte? If you don't mind me asking. No, it's cool. I was having some education disputes with my folks. They had thoughts on how my life was supposed to go, and I had other plans. It, wasn't great. Especially since I was still stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay, and the rest is history. Do you regret moving here? I don't think I have the choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Winnie, and there's no way she's leaving this place. I get it. I felt out of place the whole time I've been here. Folks on the whole have been plenty friendly, but life here is so different than what I'm used to. It's hard to explain, but I just don't feel like I belong. Exactly. There are worse ways to be, but I'm not sure I'll ever entirely feel like I belong here. Okay, I'm gonna tell Avery the grisly details. Alright, I think I'm ready to talk about what happened last night. Oh yeah? You share everything. Glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed. Wow. That is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. Monsters in the woods? I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. How exciting. All of this is kind of exciting, isn't it? You should get out of here before things get any worse. Take me with you? All of this is kind of exciting, isn't it? Yeah, who knows what's going to happen next, but it sounds like those muscles of yours have already come in handy. If shit hits the fan, I'm going to stick with you. Aw man, it looks like my shift is starting. I hope you're doing a bit better. Maybe the Chagas had a chance to start working its magic. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly half wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner, ready to continue your day. And I think this is where we're gonna part ways for the evening, y'all. This has been wonderful. I'm loving this so far. But it is 12:15 here. And I feel like this is a nice natural breaking point. Good night, Tiny. I hope you sleep well. It's bedtime for me too. I know, I want to keep going, but, you know, I should get some rest. I will be back. No, it can't be Monday already. Thank you, Azurkai. Yeah, I'm really enjoying like just the narration, the story. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Good night, EOS. Thank you for being here. I'm totally hooked, me too. So if you're hooked, and if you want to come back, I will be back tomorrow night, Monday night, around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And just a reminder that this Wednesday, I will be doing the HP Lovecraft reading. We'll be reading stories from Lovecraft. V, you take care as well, and I will see you. I do feel like it. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. And again, a big thank you to Kubaru. Thank you, Woob, for the lovely raid earlier. That was such a nice gesture. I appreciate it. That's my evening. Wait, Wednesday? That's your evening, is the HP Lovecraft evening? Y'all, if you can stick around, we are going to raid out as we always do. There is a raid message, 2 raid messages. If you're a follower, you can grab that top one. It's made with emojis. If you're a subscriber, snag that second one. Now let's go see who's on and what they're doing. Good night, Pinkadot. Good night, Eos. Good night, Ursurkai. Good night, Tiny. Good night, Bri. Good night, Yak. Good night, V. Good night, Hamma. It was nice to meet you. You're so welcome. Thank you for coming by. I absolutely love this game. I'm very, very thankful that I started it. I have lots of stuff to read tonight to catch up on. Why is my nose itching? Why wouldn't my nose be itching? That's the real question. Okay, I feel like this is the move tonight. I feel... Oh, never mind. Okay, Twitch, why are you lying to me about who's on? Thank goodness I click on things to see who's going and who's doing what. Because yeah. Alright, y'all, we're gonna go visit our friend Dizzy. Dizzy's playing some Lies of P. And I guess going to take down a boss? Anyway, Dizzy's lovely. Thank you again so much for hanging out. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Or at your streams, or mutual friend streams. Start raid. Thank you again so much for spending some time. I appreciate it. And I'll see you soon. Okay, good night, everybody. Bye.